Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Moran and I'm here with River Braun, Velez, and Dehls. This is now episode 394. In this episode, we are going to talk about Russell Westbrook to the Nuggets, Gary Trent Jr. signing with the Bucks, Brandon Aiyuk requesting a trade, breakout offense picks for the NFL, and our sleeper NFL team. I already know for that topic, we're going to have multiple teams, but you got to choose one at the very end, and that's going to be interesting. How you guys doing, fellas?
I'm great. Doing great. How are you, brother? How was El Salvador?
That's a fact.
You know, you told us before the show, but let the people know.
El Salvador was great. I would say the trip itself was a 7 out of 10 because I wanted to get to do more things. But I feel like what I got away from the trip, my biggest takeaway, it was a humbling experience because you get to see how people live out there. You come back here and you're like, I take a lot of things for granted when I'm over here. I stayed at my mom's crib. We ain't have no water. We had to use the well in the backyard to get water and take a shower, wash our hands.
Sounds like some country bumpkin.
It's an entirely different way of living. And just seeing how people make their living out there. It's an honest living. It's honorable. And it really just like puts things into perspective. And that's the biggest takeaway I got from my trip. I got to spend time with some family. That was cool too. But I'm glad to be back.
Let's go.
I'm glad to be back. Why are you laughing, Riv?
First of all, we haven't been in the studio in like 2 weeks. This is the longest we've gone
staring at
without recording
Dehls.
for a minute.
So he is blasted for sure. Absolutely
I'm straight.
He is
straight.
Yo,
his eyes look his mind's probably better than what his eyes look.
My eyes are good.
I'm watching him
mine is
stare
even
at
better.
Joel, bro. He's like, you can't see his eyes.
Your
bro.
eyes aren't great either, if I'm being honest.
I hate when Riv outs us like this, bro.
Me
I feel like we can get by.
We
I feel like we can.
definitely could.
Oh my God, the amount of episodes that have gone by without anyone saying shit. Yeah, you guys have. But if Riv's going to blow it up, I mean, I'm looking at Joel and I'm like, I'm praying everything's good. I'm looking at you.
I keep it together. He's over here laughing.
Lights on,
I guess
going
that
home.
is, normal for him though.
It is. It really is. I mean, people know when I'm high. Like, I don't think it's a hiding.
Oh, you just say it out of nowhere. You'll be talking during the 7. You'll be like, I really think that, sorry, I'm fucking high. I'm sorry. Then you'll just keep going.
The shit that kills me is people in the comments be like, yo, Drew looks toasted here. Meanwhile,
I'm
I'm the only one that doesn't. I'm just like, come on now.
Your eyes are always naturally
They are
red,
low.
though, yeah.
Facts. That's a fact.
Nah, man, it's always a validating moment for some people, at least, when we give them this opportunity where we out ourselves, because sometimes they'd be right. He must have been high when he said this
shit.
Probably right. It might have been one of those.
We're talking about Russell Westbrook, Gary Trent. Whatever we say, I don't think it's gonna have that much.
Can we start with trivia?
Yeah, I'm down to have some fun.
Let's do it. All right. So remember, guys, on Nerd Sesh, I gave y'all the
Top 25 receivers.
top 25 receiving yards. Dehls botched it. Wanted to let y'all know that. He's horrible at stuff like that.
Well, first of all,
bro.
we got out in the same round, didn't we?
I didn't play.
Oh, I'm bugging.
Yeah,
Me and Drew got in the
yeah.
same round.
You're yeah.
But it was
you
really
also-
Riv's fault that
Yeah,
I
it
got
was.
out. I won't
The first
lie.
time, you can't get the second time. Because when you said the answer,
You said he was bald. Antonio Gates has hair.
No. That first one, you got the second one. When you said the answer, and I was like, yeah,
He does have hair.
Yeah.
No,
Antonio
Sure.
Gates has hair.
No, we were when
In
we're
the
in
league,
back in.
facts.
I told him the hint was he played so long, like he ended up getting bald, like going bald.
Like Antonio Gates had hair, and I remember him not having hair towards the end of his
Won't even
career.
lie, I forgot.
Was he completely bald or was his
was
hair
He
pretty
probably
bald.
had like a 0.
He was pretty damn bald. He could have, though.
He could have.
He could have had a
Very
0
slick,
facts.
thinnest thing of hair.
But I'm assuming top 25 running backs.
No.
Oh wow, okay.
We're gonna go top 25 in the NBA since we're starting NBA first.
NBA,
I have one for
I like
football
that.
also,
Okay.
so we'll do that later. But
I'm looking
yeah,
at Antonio Gates right now. He def had hair.
That's hair.
He
nah,
had
look
hair.
at his last year. I think he went bald.
I put last season, Antonio Gates last
Antonio
season.
gets bald.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
a good. Well done. Good shit, Riv.
This is him at the Hall of Game Awards.
He was never bald.
He was
No.
never bald. Nah.
Facts.
See, so Witten,
That's on me.
thank you.
What is this trivia?
This is NBA trivia, and this is the top 25 players in total playoff scoring. So the 25 players with the most total points.
Most total points in the playoffs.
Total playoff scoring.
So not playoff points per game because
All
Anthony
time.
Edwards will be on
All
this
time.
list.
Okay, yeah.
All
LeBron
time.
James.
Okay.
We didn't
I
start
finish.
yet.
I'm
I didn't
starting.
say
It's
the
LeBron
rules.
James.
Okay, you'll start,
Oh.
and that is correct. But
How'd you get that?
3 strikes. Let's do it here. Dehls, 3 strikes. Think. NBA.
Michael Jordan.
Okay, good job. He is sitting at 2. LeBron is at 1.
So then I'm next up.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
that's the idea.
with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He is number 3. Go in order if you want.
Could I? Oh, fuck, maybe.
Maybe.
Let's just go Jerry West.
Okay, Jerry West is sitting at number 10.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant would have been number 4.
Sorry, I'm not mad at that.
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson is sitting at, drum roll, please. He is not in the top 25.
Damn.
Oh,
I knew that was a risky
Allen
one.
Iverson was risky.
I knew that was a risky one.
That was very much risky.
I had to get it out of my system.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant is sitting at number 7.
Larry Bird. I don't think anyone said Larry Bird.
Larry Bird is 14.
Kevin Durant.
We just said Kevin.
Oh, so you strike 2. Sorry. We're seeing some part of the game.
I thought it would be Dehls. It's not Dehls. It's you, bro.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, okay,
Locked in.
so he was set already. That is a strike again.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal is sitting pretty at 5.
Magic.
Magic, he's there. He's at 18.
So a lot of runs.
Yeah,
Steph Curry.
there we go. We're back on the board. He's 12.
Okay, that was a good one. All right, time to lock in, actually.
There's a few ones you might not get.
Derek Fisher.
What?
He played a lot of games. I know he played a lot of games.
What?
Doesn't he have the most finals points? Am I
He's not
tweaking?
top 70. I just skimmed down the top.
What am I thinking of Derek Fisher led in?
game
Most
winner.
games played. Most games
Yeah,
played.
probably
That's
most
what it
games
was.
played, yeah.
That's on me. I'll take the laughing.
Tim Duncan.
Tim
Nice.
Duncan
I
is
should've
sitting
went
pretty
safer.
at 6. You
See, that's another
you
one.
should have went easy.
Some of y'all are not going to get this. I'm just like, all right, fuck it. Derek Fisher.
Just think easy. Easy.
I was
Easy.
gonna say we still have a lot. Top 25. These got to be legends.
Moses Malone.
Moses Malone is sitting pretty at, he is not in the top 25. You're
Damn,
out
you're
of here.
cooked, bro. Damn, bro.
Come on, let's finish off this top 25. Let's Drew, you got 1 strike. Dehls, surprisingly, plus 1,000 to win it, is at 0 strikes.
He's cooking. All right. Let me
Please
not.
think easy.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade's at 13. Thank God.
I was thinking that was like
We're back.
a lot of games.
You should have known one of these. You're not a fan.
Oh, that's a
The
good
KD one fucked me.
Yeah,
No, it's
I
another
was
one.
thinking Steph Curry. I
Did
just
we?
blurted
Did
out
anyone
Kevin
say
Durant.
Shaq?
I
Yes,
did.
Shaq was said.
See,
That's what you
that's
should
how
have
you
done.
got to do it.
That's a cheat code.
It is a cheat.
No, there's one on here outside of Katie. You should have
Hakeem?
known. Hakeem is, of course, up here. I just seen him. He's at 17.
Nice. Good.
He's out.
I'm out.
Oh, fact.
Yeah.
I'm
James
just, now,
Harden.
that's what I'm telling him. Yeah, James Harden is up here. He is at 16.
Tony Parker.
He cooked?
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
He's at 11. Dehls, I'm shocked. And I'm
Locked in, bro.
All right, Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk is at 19.
Manu.
No, bro. Manu is
Go for
actually, he's at
Dehls.
26.
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You're close.
So we both got 2. It's 2 strikes,
No,
right?
it's 1.
No, I'm saying like that's
Yes,
what you
yeah,
get.
yeah.
So,
1-1.
all right, so I have to lock in. But if I get it wrong, I have to hope and pray you get it wrong. But I'm here. How many spots do we have left?
So you didn't say 8, 9. So 1, 2. It's better if I do it like that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 9 left.
Okay. Paul Pierce.
Ooh, Cook, 24.
Come on.
Tough.
Come on.
Was Bob Cousy said.
You're listen, that's not a terrible guess. He played a shit ton of games, but he is not up here.
Damn.
Second, first strike, Dehls.
No, that's strike
Second.
2.
It's a lot,
On
of,
a
it's a lot of Celtics up here, I'll be honest.
Look, I won even after saying Derek Fisher. I gave you guys an opportunity.
Realistic.
All right, let me
He's
see if I can name a few of them.
Derek Fisher was 63.
I got 1 strike
actually.
left.
I thought you had 2.
I know I have 1 left.
Oh, you
That
got
was my second
You
strike.
got 3 strikes already?
Bro,
brother,
he hasn't gotten
brother.
4 rounds.
You're like 3 minutes late.
All right.
Man,
How did you just notice?
I thought you got.
That's why I
I thought
didn't
it was
think you'd
2
be high.
strikes. That's
on
not
the
facts.
first go around, we said that I'm out.
You said Allen Iverson, Shaquille. Who
He
you
said,
you
repeated. He said Kevin Durant. He
I said Moses
AI.
Malone, KD.
Mo.
and,
Got
Allen
it.
Iverson.
Got
We're
it.
terrible guesses. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'll take the fall on them. We're
All
not.
right.
It was a terrible guess.
Top 25 all time.
For
Maybe
the
points per
question,
game.
I went with the answer. That was an amazing
Maybe AI
guess.
is like per game. I don't think.
Was Wilt a playoff dropper?
No, Allen Iverson per game, he's in the top 5.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, per game, he's up here for sure. I don't even see him.
I saw a documentary about him.
Derek Fisher's at 63, by the way.
Okay,
So
still
he
not
was
great.
top.
Still not great.
Top 70 though.
It's true, but reach.
Allen Iverson's at 64, brother.
Top 70.
So Derek Fisher is only a couple
I
spots
don't
below
think he
him.
played a shit ton of games.
Yeah.
He only just really had 1 run.
All right, let me lock in, please.
10 seconds.
Appreciate that. You know what? Wilt Chamberlain.
Yes, he is
Didn't
sitting
overthink
at
it.
22. I was told on Nerd Sesh, don't count out loud when shot clock going down. Don't count out loud.
That
So
shit
I
was
asked
funny
Dehls,
as
How the
fuck.
fuck are you gonna know when I'm at one? That shit was hilarious. You're right. Like, dude was nuts.
Carl Malone.
He's number 8.
God,
I told
that
you,
was
think of
dumb.
the easy one. He's number 8.
All right, now here's the thing. This guy really didn't make the playoffs like that, so I won't say him.
You have not. Oh, I forgot to mention this is NBA and ABA included.
Oh, Julius Erving.
That was such a giveaway.
That was a
such a
giveaway.
giveaway.
Oh, come on, that's
I had to
BS.
you wasn't gonna get
That,
Julius Erving.
me?
I would have
Once
guessed.
you
I
said
swear to God, I would have
ABA,
guessed Julius Erving
Dehls,
the next
It was
day.
an easy
I'm saying
answer.
Joel.
Yes, I would
Joel,
have.
you're in no position
I
to
was
defend
thinking of
yourself right
Julius
now.
Erving. What do
I'm
you
sorry,
mean?
bro.
Oh, I
No-
forgot to say that.
And I just looked at the
I will
numbers.
say this: he's the only ABA guy up there.
Let's go. Got to pass.
Allen
so you
Iverson.
cannot think about it.
Allen
John
Iverson
Havlicek.
played 71 playoff games.
Dehls.
Yeah,
John
that was
a great
Havlicek
guess.
is-
Yeah, that was easy.
Should have been known that.
You heard though?
What did you
Allen
say,
Iverson played 71 playoff games. He averaged 30.
I don't know what you want me to do. He's at 64.
That's some bullshit.
Like,
rigged.
want me to add more to him?
It's
I can't.
rigged.
Like,
All right. Lock in, man. Lock in.
How many more do they have?
about 5 or 6. ABA. Roger Brown leads. Just straight ABA. Stuff. Artist Gilmore's up here. Rick Barry. Shout out to Rick Barry. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8,
Oh my God.
7, 6.
Hold on. All right.
That's what I'm saying. Fucks you
No.
up.
Hold on. No. Forget about the timing.
What
The name of the Celtics power forward. McHale?
Yes.
Yes.
Kevin McHale is at 23.
Come on.
So you're missing 25, 21, 20, and that's it. Yeah, you got everybody else.
Come on, Dehls. Just know I'm not folding.
I have one off the top of my head, but I don't know for sure.
I'll give you a hint.
No hints. We're here.
You got the ABA.
No, I did. He's right. Apologize.
Dynasty.
Okay.
Pre-2000s Dynasty.
All right.
I just wanted to make sure, back in the day. I won't give you a decade, but.
Damn, I wonder if he's top 25.
James Worthy.
That was a good answer.
No.
Yeah.
Damn.
Scotty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scotty's
Yeah.
sitting
That's why,
pretty
yeah.
at 20. So, Drew, you got
See me if I can finish it.
25
Uh-huh.
and 21 left.
Damn, Scotty.
Scotty was there. I said Scotty. You took him off
Yeah,
already?
Scotty's there. Scotty is sitting pretty at 20.
So 21 and 25.
21 and 25 are both old dudes. 21 is old.
Bill Russell.
You're out.
No, I know.
So it is,
I'm done.
So it is Bill Russell.
I was just guessing because I'm Drew one.
Okay, well, he's right. But
Sorry. Oh, I didn't. You
it's
were
all
trying
right.
to do it
Bill
solo.
Russell scored that many.
Yeah,
He
but
went
Bill
10
Russell is
million.
also not in top 25. Thank God. So it
okay.
doesn't even matter.
All right. Old.
That was the only name I had.
He is. I just saw him. He's at 42. You know who's in front of him? Tatum.
All right.
That's crazy.
Westbrook's at 35.
Wes Unseld.
You heard that?
No,
What happened?
he's not up there.
Elvin Hayes.
No. 21, think of.
You said old, so I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
21, think old, but think 6-team old, dynasty old. He was a bucket.
What was the first word you said? You said
He said 16.
60.
60's old.
6-team.
Oh, 16.
6-team old. So what?
oh, like back in the day.
But he
Okay.
was a bucket. Dynasty.
Okay, interesting. All right. You said Havlicek already. I'm thinking of that Celtics team.
Was anybody over there a bucket?
Only Havlicek.
So think of dynasty.
Yeah.
Think of bucket.
You said
Bucket-headed?
60s though.
no.
No, you already
he didn't
said-
play for
no.
a dynasty.
No.
You said his name. You said earlier who he played with. You can all guess at this point. You lost.
It's a fact. I said earlier who this guy played with.
Yeah, the guy, somebody you said earlier, he played with him.
Interesting. No. I said Wilt.
Well,
Oh wait. Oscar.
He didn't play with Wilt.
I'm asking, is Oscar here though?
If I'm telling you he didn't play with Wilt,
I know.
Oh,
20
no, Oscar's not
okay.
here.
I don't know who
Talking
also.
about the 60s. Who was the other dynasty in the 60s? Was it the
If
Lakers?
I'm telling you he played with Wilt, the dynasty is the Lakers. Who was the
They
bucket
really
getter?
weren't a
Jerry
dynasty.
West.
Oh, Elgin Baylor, bro. Idiot.
And then 25, he's a Celtic. 80s
80s.
Celtic.
Okay.
Dennis Johnson.
Good.
Bang.
triple.
I was built for this, man.
Shut up.
And that's all the guys. And I have NFL for you later.
Okay, that's cool.
Is that the first trivia we wanted to start off with?
Well, we already did it.
Well,
so.
we did it. Okay. No, my bad. I thought I thought y'all was gonna do one more after.
Do you have
Oh,
your trivia? Do you want to do yours?
No, I was gonna do it this week in the NFL.
Okay,
Yeah,
bet.
that type of shit.
I mean, we're
sounds
talking
good.
about nothing in basketball, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Russell Westbrook, Gary Trent, those some big moves, man.
So you know what's crazy is that
I was sick about Gary Trent.
over the last month we've gotten almost 300 new Patreon members.
Shout out to the people, man.
We're almost at 1,000 total patrons.
That's dope.
We're almost there.
out.
We're at
That's dope.
980 something.
We have to do something for them.
For 1,000?
do.
If we get 1,000, yeah. Like maybe like you twerking on Patreon.
I'm fine. Whatever gets us.
I'll pay for that.
Whatever gets throw money at me.
What do you
Done.
guys think about playing
Wait,
college
man.
football
I'll put it on
25
thong.
on Patreon?
Say it one time.
say
I was
again?
playing college football.
Playing college football 25 on Patreon.
I'm here for that.
We
I'm
do
with
a
it.
tournament.
I'm here
I'm
for
with
that.
it.
If we're doing a 4-person tournament, what should the bracket be?
Well, the
or
bracket's
should
already
we
set
involve more people in this tournament?
I say maybe we throw in
16 teamer.
little
Like
Johnny boy.
we could do us 4, John 5. We add what is that? 11 more people. Have already a 16 bracket. Is it 16 or is it 12?
The new one is. I thought it was 8 now.
No, it's more than 8.
That was 12.
Double check. Whatever it is.
It's an 8-team bracket.
we have a raffle and we have is it what?
It's an 8-team bracket.
No, brother, it's more than 8. I just was playing the game 4 hours ago.
Okay, maybe.
I just don't know if it's 12 or 16.
I'm about to get Rutgers to chip
Your
them.
thing.
We're
But we
here.
have people do a raffle and they could play with us. We could view it up. Have a little
12 teams.
It is
Okay.
12. All right, so listen, what we do is we
Cook,
put the
Riv.
4. You have, if you buy the Patreon, you enter a chance to, if you're already in the Patreon, you're already entered. We do a draw of all the people in the Patreon. We get 8 names, and you guys can be in the tournament, but you guys have to play.
That's tough. So should we? I don't feel like
Wait.
John plays video games.
Nah, forget about that. So it's us 4.
we could keep
and
going.
4
then
other
8
patrons.
No,
No, 8. It's a 12.
8
bracket.
other,
Oh, facts.
yes.
8 other patrons.
Wait, should we have everybody in the Patreon or if you comment on the video?
Patreon.
Patreon.
No,
That's
comment on the video because that means they active.
Yeah.
Comment.
We should reward people that are interacting with us more.
but,
they
on
need
the
to be on the
but they
Patreon.
need to be on the Patreon.
So Patreon.
I know, but there
not
are
every
people
Patreon
that
member
comment. They like basically we could put out a post on Patreon and we
There
could
we
say
go.
if you guys want to enter the college football 25 tournament, then just drop a comment below all those names we add to the raffle.
I was going to say, or in the comments on YouTube,
But
put your
some-
Patreon
Somebody
name in the
might miss
comments.
a video
Simple.
though. Somebody might miss an episode. Not saying they're not consistent.
Because
with it, might
if they
miss it.
comment on the Patreon, we know they're on the Patreon because they could comment on the Patreon.
Yes.
With YouTube, people could just say I'm on the Patreon and not on the Patreon.
That's what I'm saying. So do it on the Patreon.
That's
Yeah,
what
facts.
I'm.
You just said to do it on the YouTube.
He just said do it on the YouTube.
No, did Joel not
I'm-
just
I'm
say?
bugging?
Am I bugging?
Yeah, I thought you were. I thought we were on the same page.
We were on the same page. No, yeah.
What the
You
fuck?
just
I thought
said
Joel
YouTube.
said comment on the YouTube.
That's what I heard too.
okay. I don't
he
think we're
said
bugging.
comment on the Patreon.
And
He
I was
just
like,
explained
yes,
it.
agree. Okay.
No, at
Never
first he
mind.
said the
Never
YouTube.
mind.
Now he just
Fuck
said the
it.
Patreon.
Just continue. I don't know what's going
So
on.
comment on the Patreon. So we'll throw out
Sometimes
a post.
I'm made to feel like I'm stupid on this.
Nah, I
I'm
swear to
just
God, I
like,
heard the
bro,
same thing. I was
come
like, that
on.
makes no sense.
We gotta look at the footage. I gotta look at the film moment right there.
Because I'm here defending. It's got to be Patreon only. So yeah, comment on the Patreon.
Yeah, I
Yes,
thought you were
okay.
defending YouTube.
No,
Yeah, I thought you were doing it.
No one was doing that. Nobody was doing that.
Now we
Because
gotta
I was
rewind.
trying to meet in the middle with you. I'm
Yeah.
just like, all right, put your
Yeah, I
Patreon
thought-
name
I
on
thought,
YouTube, right?
Then people could
Yeah,
steal the names.
This is
That's
this
too.
is how easy it is for us to get into a debate about
But if they
some
steal the
bullshit.
names, they still want to get in.
I know.
Should we do it with everyone or just us four and make it simple?
Us
Us
4
four.
and 8 people.
No,
And
I'm
8
saying just
patrons.
us four, just like as a video type shit.
That defeats.
We could also do both.
We
We
can
could do both.
Okay.
No, we could do
add-
both. We do a bracket and maybe each like every other day we can or each week we can release the footage of the game. Like maybe the first round, like these are all the first rounds, the second round.
why we should do
and it's
4
the
and 8.
championship. So 3 total videos. We break that up.
4 plus 8, 12. That's mad videos. That's mad content. That's fire.
I'm with it.
That is mad
That's like
content.
13 weeks, dude.
We gotta win.
You
we gotta
said
meet
you
each
already
other
told us
essentially.
walking in is no shot you're winning.
Oh,
I haven't played. I've
because
only played the computer.
I'm rebuilding a team in Dynasty.
okay.
You've
That's
only played
why.
the computer too, though, right?
Huh?
You've only played the computer too. You as well.
But they
I've
haven't
only done
played.
Road
They
to
haven't
Glory.
played with a full team yet.
That's true.
I'll be honest, it's probably gonna be easier.
I just think it's more fun for me to play with the full team.
I agree with you. No, it should be
that
easier.
computer's
Especially
the way you think it is, and the computer's the same vibe.
But if I'm throwing to guys and I'm already completing passes,
But you think till that cornerback does a 20-foot jump and catches the
that's
fucking
true
pick.
also.
Playing against users is way tougher.
Yeah.
The defenses, there are some people that really know how to play defense.
And you could cheese the computer, even in this game with their all the shit they have. You could still cheese them.
I feel like in this game, what really works out for me is passing the ball down the field. That's
Okay.
what really works out for
I
me.
tried, bro.
it's hard.
I'm a
And I was
dink and dunk guy.
losing. I lost like 3 in a row, bro, because I tried to pass it so much. I got a 92 overall running back at Rutgers. I just used him, and he just won the Heisman. I was just on his backpack last 4 games, won 4 in a row. We're in a bowl game right now. But, bro, I cannot pass the ball.
I
You know
had
what
it
the
early on in
issue
the
is,
game.
though? Coach suggestions, because I don't like going through the formation and doing
Coach
everything.
is awful,
Like,
it's
I like to
repetitive.
see, like, 12 plays, I'll pick one. They give you the same, like, 10 plays to pick from. So now I got to go into formations and really go, get
I
my
had it
back.
early on in the game.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna say I'm on PlayStation.
I know we got a separate
meant-
topic list,
I
and
meant like I
we can
edited
get
all you
into
guys
the
can do.
topics
Fire.
on this show, but we should just have a segment talking about college football 25 and our thoughts,
Let's do it.
Okay.
because I think it's the hottest topic right now. I feel like everybody's talking about the game.
Yeah.
What are your initial thoughts and reactions to college football 25? Where do you rate it 1 through 10, and what are some things you like about it and some things you don't like about the game?
I'll say this. I haven't played all of the game modes to give it like a sound score. Off of what I'm playing right now, Road to Glory, Heisman is unenjoyable. Maybe I'm ass, and I'll be open and honest about that. Maybe I'm simply not on that level yet. I went to All-American. I'm having so much more fun playing the game. It's relatively unrealistic, but that's kind of the fun of video games. You want some unrealism where if I'm scrambling with my quarterback, I can break tackles and I can still gain yards. I can hit throws that I probably shouldn't. That's what video games should be, a little bit unrealistic. Madden has gone to the point of no return where they're trying to be super uber realistic, where it's unenjoyable to a degree. This has been a good time as of right now. I'm playing with the lesser school. I'm at Rutgers. We're playing winning football, but also when you play on the road, it's still near impossible to
crazy
be
on the road.
successful. But it's fun. It's a great aspect of like drawing the schools into everything. The crowd's awesome.
I went on the road to play Michigan. Dude, I got
Cooked.
8 delayed game violations because I'm clapping and I'm like, huh? And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Because they can't hear you because the pulse is so loud. That's fire.
And I was like, yo, bro, like I'm getting dumb aggravated. Like I'm getting mad because now it's always first down. So it's 1st and 10. Now it's like 1st and 15. Or I'll get sacked and then on 2nd and like 16, I get a delay game. So it's like 2nd and 22. I'm like, dude, man, I just like,
See,
what's
now
going
that is very
That's the biggest.
real.
I can't think of a bigger win to sports video games than what they did playing on the road.
Yeah,
like I
facts.
really can't think of a mode or even a feature that came in because Madden 2K, no matter, you can't replicate home field advantage, and that's so
Yeah.
big. I feel like especially in football. But the fact that you go in there, you can, especially if you're at Michigan, bro, Ohio State, even if anything in the top 25,
Yep.
really, you cannot audible, you cannot change your play. If you try to like do a hot route with less than 10 seconds on the like Excel clock, you're gonna get a false start because your O lineman is gonna jump or you can't hike
Oh
the
my
ball.
God, it's not just me. I thought that was only just me that happened.
They fucking, and all of the like squiggly lines. I remember watching the trailer, be like, I'm fine with the squiggly lines, bro. I cannot see anything.
It'd be a different play. It's not even the same play.
The buttons go away. You hike the ball. You have no buttons for
buttons
seconds.
going
They come
away.
and go. It is
No,
damn near
when you
Bro, the
try to
routes
audible
be
your receiver,
intersecting each other.
when you try to
don't know
audible
where
your
to throw.
receiver and then his thing doesn't pop up, it's like, bro.
But college football, I feel like that is the biggest thing you have to nail is having that home field advantage, and I cannot imagine them doing it a better way.
I love that they brought it to college football. It disappoints me that Madden or NBA 2K can't have that feature. You know that a team has been deep in a monopoly when they stop adding things to their game entirely. Madden has had a monopoly because they own the rights to NFL, and UC, they don't care about their game. NBA 2K, I remember when it first bursted onto the scene when it was being competitive with NBA Live, some of the best 2Ks we got were 2K11 and then the 2Ks I followed. I thought 2K16 was the best one they ever made because the defense was really good in that game. But right now, 2K is bad too. They don't care about the game. They don't care about a mode like My League. If it doesn't make them money, they don't care about it. There has been no sport game in like the last 10 years that has done what college football did with the home field advantage. That's a total game changer, and it's realistic because in real life, a quarterback on the road, when you're in that type of environment, you cannot hear.
Yep.
It's hard. You can't just audible all over the place and do some cheese routes here and make sure everything's fine. Like, it adds a sense of realism to the game to where the gameplay can be unrealistic at times, makes it fun, but the realisticness also makes it fun as
Yes,
well. And I
absolutely.
like the combining of both worlds in college football.
I think I'm I've done every game mode. I'm not touching
Ultimate Team.
It's just I've never touched it in Madden or 2K. I just don't like it.
It is interesting to think about, like, how would Travis Hunter look on a team not Colorado?
But I think, like, the only thing I was upset about in the game, but I understood it, is you can't edit nobody. Like, I like to do that.
A lot of people are
I like to
complaining
change
about that.
faces, add myself in the dynasty. But I get it because of the NIL deal. But I feel like you could have edited ratings. You still could have. I want to make this guy better. I don't understand why that's a big deal. But I give it an 8. I think I'm waiting more for Team Builder because I want to build my own.
That dropped.
They said it was supposed to yesterday, and then somebody said it crashed. So I don't, because they're not done yet. So I don't know. But I'm waiting for Team Builder because I want to build a team, like a whole college.
Let me ask, we still can't play Dynasty crossplay?
No.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
that's an L.
They're coming out with it?
I think so.
Oh,
They
really?
should be.
Definitely should be.
I don't know if they
2K
have
eventually
updated
did
it,
Because
but
everything
it
should
should
be
be easy.
cross
The
play in
game is not. The
2024.
game is not done yet. Like they're still making like tweaks and.
I was just saying,
kinks to it.
college football's not out for PC yet either. I know I saw people
They don't
complaining
wanna,
about that.
They don't want to do all the mods and stuff.
But that's what the game should be. I feel like I'm fine if college football 25 is just a college football game and they just add on to it and they update rosters when they need to every year. There's no point in selling individual sports games when it's just a roster update. That's all that you're buying.
That's why
I'd
college-
rather them just add in features like Team Builder, because I think I saw Bengal build a team. He built a college football program. So it might be out already. I'm not sure.
I
Yeah,
see. I can
they
download it, but I
definitely
don't
did.
know where I can like go build it. You know?
It's on a website.
Ah.
Yeah, I saw that too. You have to go to a website like on your browser, and then somehow it imports into your team.
See, that's the most with respect.
That's most, but I'm about to check.
But I think the reason why college football, I think number one, it was really hard to live up to the hype. Like this was one of the most highly anticipated games for years. When did they drop that first teaser? It was like 2021.
I was gonna say a minute ago.
Right, like it's been like 3 years, and I think they originally planned on dropping it in 23, and it got pushed back. Because I remember they had an update about it, and I was a bit disappointed. But to match the hype is really impressive because I think for the most part everyone has met expectations or exceeded it. But I think why it's so good is that they had 3 years to build it. You know what I mean? Like, of course, they had some sort of base with Madden, so you have like that set in place. But I haven't played Madden in a few years, so maybe it's different. The game feels completely
It's
different than Madden. To me.
It feels completely
It feels
different.
way different. I think tackling specifically, like on defense, bro, in Madden, if you're just around the guy and you press A, I feel like you could tackle him.
Yeah.
Maybe it's different now, but I feel like it's very easy to tackle. In this game, you have to be right on the receiver or else you are going to flat out miss them, and then they're going to take it another 20 yards. So I feel like defense was a lot better. And I've only played Dynasty so far, but how in-depth recruiting is, how I think it's pretty fair. I only got like 11 or 12 recruits. I got like 1 or 2 4-stars at Rutgers, so it wasn't easy to just go and get 4 and 5 stars. If they're not interested in you, it does not matter what you do. They're not going to be interested.
I love
so
that.
yeah, nailing that was big too.
my
Overall
first
though, I think
5-star.
it's like this is the first game that got me on Xbox like in years, bro.
I will say I'm playing Dynasty right now. I haven't built my own player, my own character, and I haven't played online yet. I've just been playing with the CPU.
So I'm folding, not playing Dynasty.
Dynasty's. I'm just
That's
more
the
of
game
I'm
mode I
more of a
love the
Dynasty
most.
guy than my
Me
player.
too.
Yeah.
Even
Me
in
too.
2K, I played.
Me too.
Because when I was playing NCAA, I played 12, the one with Mark Ingram on the cover. I was a running back. I asked my pops, I'm like, yo, quarterback, running back, what do you think I should do? He's like, make a quarterback. Part of my head, I was just like, I wish he said running back. Would have been much more fun. But yeah, when I was playing NCAA 12, that's really what I have fun with. Running back, fucking just going my player audibling back to a run if I wanted to do what I wanted to do. But yeah, I need to tap in because I need to be a med team and make them good.
I think that creating a running back in a my career mode is the most funnest position to play with.
Yeah.
And here's why. When you play with a quarterback, you can have fun if you're airing it out. But once those interceptions start to pile up, that's when that really pisses you off and you get angry at playing the game because it's your own mistakes. It's your own fault, but still, you made a mistake, so you get angry. With wide receiver, you could get angry if the quarterback just isn't passing you the ball and you're open. But I think that that's the second funnest position to play. Running back, if you don't succeed, you can just blame it on the offensive line. You can just say, man, this offensive line freaking stinks. So I think playing with the running back is the funnest position to play because you can blame all of the failures on something else. But if you're really going, you can really have a fun day. You can rush for 200, 300 yards. You can run the ball every play. And I feel like when you get to move in open field like that, that's what makes the game the most fun.
I was gonna say with that right stick too. I talk about the unrealism of the game. You see a ton of these clips, people just spinning off, juking crazy, running right through people. That's really
But
what
it looks good.
It does look clean.
It doesn't look weird or out of
doesn't.
out of ordinary or anything like that.
No, the one spin move that always sits with me when it comes to college football was Braxton Miller when he did that opening day. So to see that kind of spin move, it is realistic, it is possible,
just
but
rare.
they've made it so that you can do it every single time, but it looks clean as hell.
Yeah.
Dynasty mode I love so much. Like the game, if I were to rate CFB off my experience right now, I think the gameplay, just because I'm not good, I would say it's a 5 out of 10. What really I hate about the gameplay is I'm somebody that I like to go and I do formations and I call my own plays. But sometimes I play the game and I'm lazy. So I just go to coach suggestions. The suggestions are always the same place. It gets annoying because I go back to formations anyway because I'm like, God damn, they keep giving me the same shit and it's just not working. So that's what I've had a hard time with. I've played on Heisman to begin. It was unbearable. I mean, I was quitting, I quit maybe 6 games in a row.
I was on All-American offer.
So
I'm not gonna lie, I went to pro for like 3 games, getting my ass kicked too much, then went back to All-American.
So it's been a 5 out of 10 for me because I've been playing on Heisman and it's really freaking hard. It's really hard.
It is hard.
So that's why, but the experience of Dynasty, 10 out of 10, recruiting is my favorite thing. I will say, the first year, if you're at an okay school, I'm at Louisville right now. I'm trying to rebuild Louisville.
How many stars are there?
Probably a 3.
3.5.
Okay.
You got to win
4.
it to get to like a 4 and then shit gonna jump up.
So that team right now, my first recruiting class was pretty freaking terrible. You know, I brought in nobody.
I have
but
an
this second
elite
year,
quarterback, elite development trait coming in the next year.
Me
I
too.
can't wait.
Yo,
bro.
me too.
Like 92 speed, 92 throw power. He's going to be nasty.
this second year when I've been recruiting, man, I'm getting like 5 4-stars.
Once you start winning,
Really?
they'll
Yeah,
pull
I'm
up.
getting like some amazing
Because
players.
even Colorado's a 3-star in the thing, and I wasn't getting a lot of 4 5s. But then when I won the championship the first year, jumped me up to a 4-star. Now you
Winning
see
the chip first year is crazy.
Bro,
I'm like fucking
brother, I have
76
Shadir.
with Rutgers.
I have Shadir Sanders. I have
Oh yeah,
Travis
he has
Hunter.
like a 95 some
Yeah,
shit. Right?
they're OP. But I got the number 1, the number 6, and the number 10th ranked player
Damn.
You're up.
in the world.
That's crazy.
Sliding on me. So
The most fun I've had playing college football has just been recruiting. That's the most fun I've had. I actually want to just get the games over with and just go straight
I
into
swear to God.
recruiting.
It's a fact.
But the thing is, I don't want to advance this week and let the CPU play the games because if you lose, it hurts your chances at a
Yeah,
recruit.
I accidentally skipped a week. I think I had a recruit on a visit. Like I not realizing because I did the recruit and I was like, just went to
And
skip
if
the
they
week,
win
didn't
it,
play the game, and I lost. Like,
if you have a recruit on a visit when
You
you're
have to win
playing a
that week.
team,
You have to win
if
that
you
week.
win that game, the morale boosts tremendously depending on the game it is. If you lose it, if it's to a terrible team, it'll go down crazy. If it's to a great team, it'll go down a little bit. But there are rewards for winning, and then you have also consequences for losing, and that consequence could be missing out on that recruit.
Can you guys pay them money to pull up to the squad?
Nah, they don't. You don't offer them contracts and shit. Nah, it's not that. It's not
did
that.
you? Are you a recruiter as like your build?
I'm a scheme designer. I don't know why the fuck I did that.
recruiter.
Yeah.
Off rip. But I've upgraded a lot of my shit.
I need
already.
a new playbook. That's what
I do
need.
too. I do too.
Because I have
honestly-
2 tight ends that are nice. Like my I have a star tight end and I have a tight end I picked up out the transfer portal. He's like 87 overall. But I don't run 2 tight end sets. Like I don't have a play for that. And I want to do that.
Okay.
I really thought the playbooks were just so shallow because coach suggestions were giving me the same 10 plays. And then I actually went in. I was like, oh, there's a full playbook
It's just
here.
you don't have a lot of time to go find the plays
You
and
don't.
look for it.
You don't.
I haven't been totally immersed in a college football offense because Louisville, the team I'm using, has a pro style playbook. So a lot of the plays just are very similar to Madden.
Yeah.
But I really don't know how to run a college football offense. Like playing with Ohio State when you have like a lot of options and stuff. I've never really been doing that in Madden either. That's not just my game, but
I'm with you.
if you know how to do it, you can really be OP.
When you say college football, you're saying like, I know you said Ohio State, but like triple option, that type
Yes,
of shit?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
That shit has been crazy to see, just the back and forth laterals, then
Yeah.
just let it go
Have
deep.
you seen the dudes who, I don't know, I think it's the RPO maybe, but they throw the ball over their head?
No, I have not seen that.
One time I saw one person get tight because he's like, why the fuck would my quarterback do this? And he got intercepted. Another dude did it in the in the 5-yard line and got a touchdown.
That's fucking crazy.
The quarterback just turned around, bro, and threw the ball over his head.
Wait,
she was
like
walked.
behind him, but
Yeah.
into the end zone?
Yeah, and for a touchdown.
What the hell?
I don't know if it was a glitch or that shit's like meant to be in there, but yeah.
How
Look
good
crazy.
are you guys at running RPO? I'm just talking about in general, like
I'm
in
actually
Madden.
good
I
at
feel like
it.
it never really works for me. Like I
only
feel like
thing
the
that I love
receiver
jet
doesn't get
sweeps.
open.
Which is why I will. The jet sweep is a cheat code for Road to Glory because it's an automatic 26 XP. But the RPO, that's been why I'm happy I've been playing Road to Glory because it forces you to get good at it. If I don't see the receiver open right away, I'm not.
I feel like I
handing it
never
off.
see the receiver open.
Yo, believe it
I
or
never
not,
do.
they are more open than you believe. Because 9 out of 10 times you're running it in the gun. You're always running it in the gun. So you see the slot receiver, and then you have your guy probably running a hitch also. You're really looking at that slot receiver slanting towards the middle of the field. If the linebacker is blitzing for the run,
Yeah, then it's open.
obviously that's
Yeah.
an easy. But it
I feel like they
happens
never
so
do for
quickly.
me. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
You actually have more time than you think too, because I know the
legal
fear
man
is,
down-
that's
downfield
really what it
always
is.
gets you.
Facts.
A legal man
but with that
downfield.
one specifically, you have a little bit more time than you think to pass because you could have it right in the running back's chest. You press, let's say slot, usually that's triangle. You press triangle, he will pull it and throw it, and it won't be an illegal man downfield. But that one specifically, because there's another one that they have RPO where similar run style, they're running to either the right or the left, but now your tight end's running a seam. You have your outside receiver running a hitch, similar on the outside. I think the other one's also running a seam. And there's times where I waited too long. That tight end is open over the middle of the field, and I'm getting that illegal man downfield, which kind of sucks.
Before we move on, just a reminder that we'll be doing a college football 25 tournament on Patreon. The 4 of us versus 8 Patreon members. We are going to put the post on Patreon, so you guys subscribe to see the post and to comment on it. That if you want to be a part of it, you got to comment. It doesn't matter what you comment, just comment anything. And from those comments, we'll do a raffle, and 8 lucky winners will be able to play in the tournament.
To be clear, comment
with
on
us.
the Patreon, okay? Not the YouTube, the Patreon. We're all on the same page now.
And the link is in the bio, so it's easy to find. It's only $1.
It's only $1.
You know, it's only $1. It's
And then
only
you can
$1.
see Riv and John play one-on-one.
Yes.
You know how many times I've watched that? Like 5 times.
You do any self-scouting off of that?
What do you mean?
Like look at your game, what you can improve on.
No, there's only one thing I can improve on.
Jumper.
Yeah,
He
everything
knows
else.
what it is.
When are you going to let me fix your jumper, man? I can fix it.
I don't want to shoot like you. You're a standstill shooter. I want off the catch.
I can shoot off the catch. I've obviously only shot off the catch when we've played.
I meant to say
Off the dribble?
I can shoot off the dribble too. I can. Okay. You're gonna make me pull that out of my bag? Wait till the next season.
You're not really a dribbler, so you're not like a hoo.
Well, if you again, his usage is 75%. I'm gonna start being selfish next time we play.
I don't understand how that got there.
No, selfish is kind of I have the ball in my hand. I try to make some shit happen, and I pull up.
You scored. You had a great season.
I was
being
off
a great-
ball.
that's what-
No,
you
I'm
had a
with
great-
you.
So what's the
You want
issue
to play
here?
more on ball?
But if he wants me to do what he's asking, I'd have to play more on ball.
You cool with that?
I just don't understand. You had
He didn't ask anything. He just said you're not a good
I
shooter
know
off the
that's
dribble.
really it.
That was it, right?
He's just trying to prove you wrong.
That's exactly
But
it.
why? When you had an amazing season doing what you do.
But you said I can't do something.
Yeah, but like,
Which is a mistake.
you're trying
But
to.
I don't know.
like,
Maybe it's not your role to do that.
it's just not.
But I can do it.
yeah, we know.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. See, like he's saying,
I think a great idea would be
you know, as a Joel, can I shoot off the dribble? Yes or no?
can. Yeah.
Come on.
We're just.
When the last time you seen him play ball, though?
I kind of trust Riv's opinion more because I don't know when's the last time Dehls seen you play.
I just watched you play.
We played more I've played more basketball with Joel in my life than I've played with you.
100%.
in a minute.
But that was a long time ago.
What if we do a one-on-one between you guys, just only off the dribble shots,
Okay.
That's fine.
and see who
You're
wins?
saying only jump shots?
Only jump shots.
Riv, with all due respect, you're not winning. If it's only jump shots, there's no
I
way.
don't know how you're gonna score.
Only jump shots?
Yeah, I just don't know how you're gonna score.
What do you mean?
He thinks you're not a good shooter off the dribble.
That
I think he's also saying he's gonna have like. His
I think
defense
he's just
is gonna be
trusting that
bothering you.
you'll miss more than he'll miss and he'll win.
Oh
That's
no,
what I think
I'm
what
just
he's
trusting you'll miss just as much as I'll miss.
not a chance.
Yeah.
I'll miss just as much.
I can
Come
guard
on,
you better than you
Riv.
can guard me.
That's also not even
But
true.
if you can only
If
take
it's-
jumpers,
If it's only jump shots, I
you
will.
can't go to the rim.
I understand, but he also can't go to the rim, so he can't overpower me.
But I feel like you're faster, so it's easier for him to defend.
Yeah, but he can't overpower me. There's no rim shots.
Could shoot right over the top of you.
Oh, brother, we're the same height.
No, he's a little taller.
The height isn't it? You're not gonna.
A jump shot naturally also.
I know your game. You're gonna jab once, jab twice.
So you're saying I can shoot off the dribble.
You're gonna.
So he just described me shooting off the dribble.
I said jab.
No, you didn't shoot yet.
Yeah.
I wanted him to finish.
You're gonna palm it. You're gonna jab once, jab twice. You're gonna palm it. Size me up. You're gonna go left. You're gonna go left. You're not going right.
I can shoot better to the right, actually.
You're gonna go left.
I'm telling you,
I'm
I
gonna
shoot
stop
better
it.
off this
I'm gonna
leg.
force you to go right. Then I'm gonna pick it.
I shoot better off my right
So he's
leg.
not even gonna get a chance to shoot.
Not all the time.
It's easier.
Damn.
Have you seen Harden step back?
Yes.
Have you ever seen him step back this way?
Yes. He's an amazing step
But
back
what is he
shooter.
doing more so when he's stepping back? He's stepping back to
Yeah.
his right leg.
'Cause he
No, it's
shoots
easier
right.
for you.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
'cause he shoots
If
like
you
this.
think
'Cause
I'm
you're
going
lefty.
left to shoot,
You're not stepping
that's
back.
wrong.
You're not stepping back.
That's the easiest way to create separation.
If you step back and you get separation, God bless.
Have you ever
this
seen that in his
No,
bag?
I've never.
Step
Yeah,
back.
I
I'm
can
not
see
on
that in
ball.
your back.
Step
back sounded
is,
crazy.
Your step back better be clean and quick, because it's not like you're gonna step back
Like
and
James,
get this
James
insane.
Harden has.
I'm
it
not
against James
saying
Harden, yeah.
I'm not saying I'm James
You're just
Harden.
gonna have to make tough shots.
All right.
You know?
It would
We
be-
could
it would
easily
be, yeah,
play.
it would be a
I would
tough
do
shot
that
game
10
for
times
sure.
out of 10.
I don't know. I can guard you. I've seen you.
I will
pop.
say, to be fair to Drew, the motion you were describing felt like he was
Yes.
going in or easing into a jump shot, a pull-up jump shot.
No, I just know his moves. I've seen him do that, but when I've seen him do that, he goes to the rim. That's why I know.
Okay.
Like I know when he's doing this and he's going to the rim. He's not
So he's
doing
not
anything
he's not
else.
dribbling and pulling up. He's
No,
dribbling
he's
to
going
get
to the
basket.
rim. That's why I say like I don't see him do all because every time he has put the ball on the floor, and you can ask him, he's going to tell you goes to the rim.
If I'm putting the ball on the floor, yeah, I'm going to go to the rim.
So I've never,
Does that
you know,
not- that makes sense.
It does. Yeah.
yeah. So I've never seen him, you know,
Off the dribble.
Yeah,
pop it.
I'm just gonna. assume
We
you
also
can't do
came
it.
to the conclusion I shot like almost 40% from 3 too. So like,
Yes, off catch and shoot.
I think I'm okay, which is harder.
Not necessarily.
Catch and shoot is so much quicker. I got to find a way to spin the ball in my
But
hand.
you're also
to
sometimes
get the-
open.
I guess I'm also shooting from deep.
You're strong.
Okay, come guard me out
I
there.
think a pull-up shot is tougher
Guarding you out there is
I
actually
also
easier
think
for
pull
me.
up is tougher.
because you have to. The motion of it is tougher. Like you're shooting, moving really.
Kinda off
Or
balance
you're just
to a
shooting
degree.
stand still. I think catch and shoot is easier than pull-up shots.
Okay, but if there's a hand in your face,
you have a nice
catch and
form for
shooting
catch
is.
and shoot, too.
I do.
I think if there's a hand in your face on a pull-up jump shot, that's harder to make than a hand in your face on a catch and shoot shot.
I'm actually
Probably.
very, very excited to see how you're going to get separation.
Okay.
I'm like extremely
Step back.
excited.
Riv is the 1v1 king of pick a side here.
If you really
talking
want to do
shit.
that, I will easily do that.
Do it.
And you're telling me you can't do anything but jump shoot? It would be a miracle you scored 3 points.
I'll take the
You guys
challenge.
want to have that stipulation, or you guys just want to play freely?
I
It's
don't.
up to you.
If that's the stipulation,
I'll take
you
the
want that?
stip-
That was the original
the
stipulation.
same way how
I like
he
that.
wants to show his off the dribble skills. I love the challenge, you know. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I
for it.
like that. I like
Okay.
that. You get to prove him wrong, and he gets to prove you wrong.
Because if
he
I
shoots well.
look, if I beat him with straight jump shots,
Yeah,
it
that'd be
speaks,
nuts. Yeah.
it
I'll be
speaks
honest,
more on
that would be
him
nuts.
than me. That's
How
all
many
I'm
jump
saying.
shots did you hit against John?
2.
like if you had only jump shots against John, you would have lost. I think.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
And if you're gonna lose against John,
Probably.
then
No, I don't.
Drew-
Well, because I would have had to. Now I would have really had to put everything into defense.
You're right. You're right. And I think if you did that,
He's
no,
not.
you would have still won.
He's not
I think
scoring.
so.
that's true.
I'm playing
Because when you actually play defense on him, you was ripping. That shit.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
But it's like they're two different. Like he's a lot bigger, but he doesn't go to the rim. He's not going to go to the rim. There's no
Yeah.
rim. So it's like he can't overpower me. So now he has to just beat. Listen, if he goes into the game and he beats me like this, you fucking deserve it. You know, because I feel like I can play good defense when it's stationary. So
So just what? No shots in the paint.
shots in the paint. I'm fine with it.
Just jump shots. Just jump shots.
It's a good one.
I love that.
I'm excited.
I love that.
I'm very excited. This is going to show a lot.
If you really want that,
Yeah, I'm really more excited to see how you're going to look on offense.
okay.
Because you're going to leave me open.
All right,
So I'm going to
Patreon.
have, all game, I'm going to
Give
have
us a
30
dollar,
open
you can see
shots.
it.
That's really going to be the sad part. I'm not going to play any defense on Riv.
I'm going to have 30 open shots. So I can reserve all the energy on offense and then just put 100% of the defense.
That's just going to be mad demoralizing when you go like 1 for 29.
No, because it's when it's 1-1, I'm going to be fine.
1 of 29.
That's crazy.
It's cool
1
to
for
say
29 is disrespectful.
that. What do you think he's going to go?
I'm a 100% times better shooter than you are.
You are, but I am 100% times better defender than you.
Are you 100% better than me on defense?
That's a lot of percentage points.
That is a ton.
Perimeter let me specify it.
Okay.
Perimeter defense,
Okay,
I
I will
am a
give it to you.
100% times better defender. So, I know you're
The
dribbling
luxury is that I can't drive.
That's why you're playing to his strength.
Yes.
And he's
not.
playing to your weakness.
His strength is catch and shoot.
My strength
It's
is
just, I
shooting.
think just jump shooting in general.
Jump shooting is not as simple as you make it. You know
Because
what I'm saying?
100 times defender, if he had to worry about you going to the rim, if he doesn't have to worry about getting blown by, then it's a lot easier to defend you.
No, for sure, it's easy for him. But I'm saying I get to put all my energy on defense. This is
Riv
easy
can
for
also
me.
just suffocate him on shots.
Oh, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, it's
Yeah.
he's gonna have to
He
show.
can't-
He's gonna have to pull out a Kyrie bag because I am there.
Stop
I'm gonna be there.
gassing yourself.
I can play defense.
I have to pull out a Kyrie bag to
That's
score.
Drew, you can't go right.
If I'm
Drew,
jump shooting,
Drew,
all I have to do
Drew.
is come this way and get to my spot.
I mean, if you do that and my hand is there, you hit 12
That's
of those.
what it is. That's
I
a
just- I've
one-on-one.
never seen you do it, so I got to see it.
Okay.
You were a catch and shoot killer.
I mean, because that was my role.
But with the times when you
Tough
had to
game.
go to the,
I
don't
got
know.
money on Drew, man. I got money on
Drew
Drew.
is proving.
You're not gonna pick me.
Drew is
out.
trying to prove that he's more than a role player. He's Jeremy Grant. He's not Nuggets Jeremy
And
Grant.
I've always
He's
said
Pistons Jeremy Grant.
I've seen his tape. You know, I've studied his game, so I know what he's gonna do.
For a
He can't go
normal
right.
person, I'm pretty good at basketball. For a normal person, for sure.
I'm excited to see this one-on-one.
Yeah, gotta make it happen.
I'm cruising for it, man. Defense is gonna be a fun day for me.
Okay, Riv.
he can't go right.
He really challenged me to a jump shot only shit. I respect the
you
fuck out of
challenged
you.
me.
No, he's the one that.
Actually, I
you
built the
brought it up.
stipulation.
I didn't
You
do
guys just agreed to it.
I'm fine with it.
Okay,
My defense versus offense.
let's talk about Russell Westbrook. I may have to leave mid-show, sadly. Just saying.
It's
Let me
okay.
know.
We'll try to get through this quick.
Sweet.
The Nuggets signed Russell Westbrook, or they're expected to sign him. A two-team trade was done between the Clippers and the Jazz. Clippers received Chris Dunn. The Jazz received Westbrook in a second-round pick swap, and then they bought him out.
For the second time.
that Russell Westbrook has been bought out by the Jazz.
Utah Jazz.
I don't know about you guys, but I actually really like this move.
No.
I like this move.
The only thing that it does for them is add defense. Other than that, they're already in above or average to maybe slightly above average 3-point shooting team, and you just added arguably the worst floor spacer in basketball on your squad. How is this going to be beneficial? You add another ball handler to the squad. Is that really what we're going to say we improved on? Because again, when it comes to offense, he needs the ball in his hands to really be successful. And even then, you really don't love that because you have Jokic, you have Jamal Murray. And as a spacer, his minutes down the stretch of a game, they're going to be non-existent. A lot of his impact is going to be made in the early stages of the game. So you really can't close with Russell Westbrook. To me, the Nuggets this offseason have failed tremendously. And more importantly, they failed Nikola Jokic. I don't really give a flying hell that this is the move that Nikola Jokic wanted. He allegedly went to the front office and said, get me Russell Westbrook. You needed more spacing. You lost KCP, who was literally the perfect role player for the Denver Nuggets, and you replaced him with a guy who can play good defense, no doubt about it, but gives you almost nothing when it comes to scoring on a consistent basis.
You know, I think that at first, I thought KCP was a bigger loss. But now that I'm thinking about it, when I look at Orlando and what they gained in KCP, I actually think they overpaid a little bit. But he had a great market, so it's reasonable.
Was he
KC
paid 22?
20 million a year.
That's fine.
KCP is a perfect role player, but he doesn't move the needle for the Magic to where now they're a serious threat in the East, in my opinion at least.
I agree.
With the Nuggets, I think it was just a dent in their armor, but Christian Braun last season played really well, shot 38% from the three.
On
in the
3 attempts,
playoffs.
right?
Yeah, on almost, it was like 2 attempts.
Okay.
Yeah, KCP shot twice as more
Correct.
as Christian Brown. He
he's
shot
a better defender.
Yeah, 41% on 4.1 attempts. Brown was 38% on 2 attempts. Christian Brown had the third highest plus minus in the playoffs of any Denver Nugget. In the playoffs, in that series against Minnesota, Christian Brown shot really well from 3. I think he shot 40-something% from 3 in that series, or it might have just been the playoffs as a whole. I'm forgetting which one it was specifically. Christian Braun, whenever he is in the game for Denver, good things happen. I think an unsung hero of their championship run was a lot of the moments where Braun was inserted into the game and a spark was created. I think he can be a high-level starting shooting guard, especially in this Nuggets system. He's an inch taller than KCP. He weighs 14 pounds more, so he can guard bigger players. And if you look at the Nuggets playoffs matchups versus the Timberwolves,
pounds. Okay.
It matters because KCP, I think he couldn't guard Anthony Edwards because not only he wasn't fast enough, but he wasn't strong enough either. Edwards overpowered him. When you look at what Ant had against KCP, he went 23 for 46 and he had 60 points and 39 matchup minutes. He completely dominated him. Christian Braun held Anthony Edwards to 4 for 12. He had 14 points and 26 matchup minutes. Christian Braun was playing better defense on Ant than KCP was playing. I think Braun is ready to be a high-level starting two guard, and I have a lot of faith in him. The Nuggets brought in Russell Westbrook, who's 11-5-5 in the regular season. They brought in Dario Saric, who's now at size, and he's a good shooter, and he just spaces out the floor for this team. They have
nice
added
way to put it.
They have added 2 veterans this offseason, veterans they did not have last year, and I thought youth was the biggest deterrent to their bench last season.
Reggie Jackson's a veteran?
He's a veteran. He is a veteran. Of course he's a veteran, but he wasn't good for them last year at all.
And Russ is going to be...
Russell Westbrook is way better than Reggie Jackson.
Agreed,
but
Dario Saric is better than...
Reggie Jackson?
What they had last year, a second veteran option they had on the bench last year.
What was it?
I guess if you want to... If you also want to... Or I was going to say like a Zeke... Zeke Nnaji.
He didn't really play last year.
That's my point.
But Saric, last year he averaged 8 points, 4 rebounds, 37.6% from three. As just a role player, he's good. So I think their bench, you added 2 veterans, and you have Payne Watson, who I think he could take another step in his game, and he brings some solid
I feel like
minutes as
that
well.
was the hope for last season. We didn't see it with Payne Watson.
This is his second season though. In his third season, I feel like he grew from his rookie year to his second year for sure.
Still not a great shooter.
I'm expecting another leap from his second to third year. He'll get a little bit better.
Agreed.
And that's just a good bench player. That's all you need. So I think off the bench, let's say if your first 4 guys are Russ, Saric, Payne Watson, and let's say Zeke Nnaji, you're adding
more Strother minutes.
I think that can happen. You're adding spacing around Russ. The only person that can't shoot in that lineup
is him.
Is Payne Watson and Russell Westbrook. When Russ has the ball, Sarge can shoot, Strother can shoot, and Zeke Nnaji can shoot. And then when he's playing with Denver's lineup, of course, they can all shoot. I think a lot of the Nuggets' failures in the postseason was made out about their role players. But in all actuality, their best 2 players were terrible from 3. Jamal Murray shot 31% from 3. Yeah. Jokic shot 26%. Last season, that was at 39.6% for Jamal Murray. And Jokic shot 46.1% from 3.
He had his Anthony Davis run.
He did. He had an insane run. Those 2 guys have to be more consistent for them to get over the hump again. Because I felt like in the playoffs, we could put the blame on the role players, but they deserve their fair share of criticism. This was the unhealthiest we've seen Jamal Murray. I trust Jokic to hold everything afloat, and you just need Russell Westbrook to give you a boost in minutes where he's off the bench, and I think he can do that. Ultimately, I'm not asking Russ to take the Nuggets home. That's Jokic and Jamal's job.
Of
Russ
course.
just has to make sure the ship doesn't sink.
When's the last time
when
you've seen it,
he's in the game? I feel like all throughout the regular season last year.
I meant the
he did
playoffs
it.
specifically.
Which is what matters.
In the playoffs, I would say last year. Last year he was amazing.
Against Dallas?
Against the Suns.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2 years ago.
But that was because...
But that was last year.
I understand what you're saying.
Last
He
season.
was amazing because of what, though? Kawhi ended up going out. PG
ended up being back to being the number 1 option.
He ran the show.
He was forced to.
Off the bench, he's the number 1 guy off their bench that runs the offense.
I think regular season wise, it's fine for us. Regular season, eat up some minutes, be another body, especially if something happens to
Agreed.
Jokic or Jamal for some period of time. He could still have a decently floor on offense if, like, he's the dude. Playoffs come around, that's where I get skeptical if this is really any sort of move, even like on the margins for them in the playoffs, because it does feel like a bit of a weird fit with Jokic there, with Jamal Murray, with Aaron Gordon, if he's actually playing like real playoff minutes with real playoff rotational guys. That's where I question the fit. I think the KCP Christian Braun kind of thought you were having, Joel, is fair. But I think ideally you want to have both of them. Like, ideally, Christian Braun doesn't have to take that step this early in his career when you have a team ready to win a championship. If you're able to keep KCP, who we know is a high-level defender, who we know is a great three-point shooter, who we know fits in this offense perfectly, I think it's great to have him, and then Christian Braun can give you those sparks off the bench, and he's not asked to play 30 to 35 minutes. I do think he brings another level of athleticism to this team, though. He's way more athletic than KCP. He has offensively and defensively. He has, just a little bit more bounce in his step. Of course, KCP is a bit older there, so I think that's a big area they can improve on as well, especially on the perimeter. But the Westbrook one doesn't move me a ton. I wouldn't say I love it, but I do think at first when the rumor came out like a month ago, I kind of hated it. I think for regular season, which still, especially in the West, you want to be in one of those top 2 or 3 seeds, get home court advantage, avoid being a 3 seed and a team drops to like 6 and you have a tough matchup when you could be the 1 and face like a play-in team, for example. So I think regular season wise, it's cool, but playoffs come around. Don't think this helps you against Minnesota and OKC and all these teams you're going up against.
So you think KCP is overpaid? So I wrote down some names. Just wanted to tell me.
Say 20-ish million for KCP.
He's at 22 annually.
I thought
these
so.
These are the dudes he gets paid more than. Let me know who you would rather have. First name, Grayson Allen.
KCP.
Yeah. Come on.
DeAndre Hunter.
Come on.
KCP. Well, you said Grayson gets paid more than DeAndre?
No, KCP gets paid more than
these
guys. Because he's at 22. I think Grayson's at 18.
Yeah, the first 2 answers are KCP.
Okay, Bogdanovic.
KCP.
Bogdan's good, though.
Easy.
But it's KCP.
Max Strus.
KCP.
Come on.
PJ Washington.
A lot of these are
KCP.
not questions.
Clay.
Clay.
Okay.
I want Clay.
Okay.
Were we really saying KCP is better than Clay?
I wouldn't say he's better,
like
but the question is rather.
I think just as like a role player. Just as a role
facts.
player, I'd rather have KCP, his defense and 3-point shooting.
If you
in 2024, I think that he knows his role better than Clay
Bro's crashing
right now.
I mean, bro,
why do we overrate role players so much? It's KCP, bro. He's not Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson in his worst years is better than KCP has ever been.
So with that being said, are you taking OG Anunoby or Klay Thompson?
Right now?
Yeah, right now. What would you take?
What do you think?
OG Anunoby.
Oh, okay.
Right,
but OG
that's not us
Anunoby's defense
overrating
is
role
way
players.
better than KCP's defense.
Derek White
and
or
OG
Klay
Anunoby's
Thompson?
a better offensive player than KCP.
Derek White or Klay Thompson?
That's close.
No, it's not.
No,
That's
it's
close.
not.
No, that is close.
It's not.
Why are we
White's an all NBA
disrespecting
level
Klay
defender. He
Thompson?
shoots 40% from 3. He can handle the ball.
Clay's a good player.
He's the
but
best rim
White
protecting guard in the league. There's no way you're taking Klay
White is
Thompson
better.
over
White is
Derek
better.
White, bro.
Clay's good, but White is
Drew
White's
Holiday
better.
or Klay Thompson?
Drew Holiday.
You don't even think about
But KCP is not Derek White. He's not Drew Holiday, and he's not OG Anunoby.
Okay, let's go as far. Let's say
He's not even close. I just want to preface. He's not even close.
Alex Caruso or Klay Thompson?
Klay Thompson. This is disrespectful.
Yo,
Oh wait, Caruso's not a disrespectful.
No,
name.
it is, bro. What?
Bro, but I think
don't think
you
you
have to
watch
think
Klay
of
enough.
is
you have to
Klay a
think
top
I
10
do.
shooting guard in the league still?
No,
He's probably just outside of it. Caruso's not a top 10 shooting guard in the league.
I could make him a better argument for
No, you
Caruso
cannot.
than Klay in
Klay Thompson
2024.
just averaged 19 a night, bro. Klay Thompson last
think
year.
it's
Caruso
Simons?
gave you
The
10,
top
shot
shooting guard?
40%
Klay
from 3, and
Thompson-
also is the best perimeter defender in the game.
Klay Thompson just a season ago when Steph was out averaged 25 a game.
I'm with you, and he was-
what are we talking about, bro?
2 seasons
Klay
ago.
Thompson is way better than him.
Did you
He's
just watch
way
him
better.
live this year?
Klay Thompson right now is not a second option. How the fuck would Alex Caruso look if he was a second option? Let's be real, bro. How would he look if he's a second offensive option? He would look like shit. Let's stop playing, bro. Klay Thompson is a great player. Why do we disrespect Klay
So
like
why were you
this?
disrespecting Bradley Beal all those years when he was averaging, 28,
Those were
30
empty
points?
stats on a losing team.
So what was Klay?
And I didn't disrespect Bradley
What was
Beal. All I
Klay?
said was Bradley Beal wasn't
And
a
what
superstar.
was Klay?
That's
Empty
all I
stats
said.
on a losing team.
Klay Thompson was not empty stats. He was just
It's the
one.
same
he was a
argument.
big reason why the Warriors won in 2022. He averaged 17 for them in that
Where's
playoff run.
2024
We're talking
now?
about
I think he's a bit
2024.
different player.
2024, he's a slightly worse version of that
Slightly?
player. Yes, he's still really good. He averaged 19.
Okay.
How would KCP look as the second offensive option on the team? How would
Great.
Caruso look as the second offensive option?
no, that's
Do you
the
think
point,
Caruso's
Joel.
defense would remain
No,
the same
that's the
if
point.
he had a second offensive option role?
Klay Thompson is not a number 2, bro. Klay Thompson is not a 2.
Would Alex Caruso
No, he's not
be
a
an
scoring
All-NBA
option.
defender if he was a second scoring
Yes,
option
he's
on the
not
team?
a scorer, though.
Not a scorer.
Exactly.
But Klay is not a number 2 on a serious team.
Klay
We're
can
talking
still be
about
a number
like,
3
we're
and
talking
number
about
4.
like third, fourth options. So if
Alex
I can
Caruso-
get a third, fourth option that gives me elite elite defense and can still shoot over Klay Thompson, who
Klay Thompson
we're
gives you
expecting to be
good
a 40%
defense and elite shooting.
But these dudes are way better defenders.
Klay
man.
Thompson-
Was Klay Thompson even a top 4 player on their finals run? 22.
Steph.
He was.
I would
Jordan
say
Poole.
Steph.
Yes,
Draymond.
Wiggins.
Wiggins was
Wiggins.
better.
Jordan
Jordan
Poole.
Poole and Klay were that could have been a toss up.
Jordan
I
was
don't know,
like
Jordan
50,
Poole was
40,
crazy,
90.
bro.
There's no argument for top 3 for sure.
No, he doesn't. But he was still an impactful player for that championship run. He was top 5, coming off of 2 career-ending
I'm with
injuries.
you. And we're here
What's
in
the next name we got,
2024.
Riv?
Facts.
Well, okay. Completely forgot about this. Norman Powell or KCP.
He's better than him.
KCP.
Wait.
No, KCP's better than him. Yeah.
Malik Monk.
That's a toss-up.
That is good.
It depends
That
on
is
what you
good.
need
That's
on your
good.
team.
That is really good.
How much is Casey Monk making right
19.
now?
Oh, that's tough.
I think I would rather Monk. That's a
think so,
great
too.
deal. That's
I
a
think so,
great
too.
deal.
Colin Sexton.
KCP.
KCP. Colin Sexton is really
He's
good.
underrated, though.
It might
Agreed.
be. Colin Sexton is a way better scoring option.
I think it's Colin. It's not close. Me personally.
How much is Colin making?
I don't
17.
disagree with that.
Oh, that is a great contract too. That is close though.
But you see, if Sexton is getting paid that, like I said, KCP is getting slightly overpaid, but it's fine. That's
A
what
lot
the
of these
market.
guys, you said he was better.
Who's a
than
couple
them.
guys
you-
over him in terms of getting paid?
Like remember
Check.
Duncan
The next two
Robinson
names
got
were
18?
Nurkic and Marcus Smart. I think KCP at this
Oh,
point.
way
he would
better.
take- yeah, so a lot of the guys he's
you
getting
get
paid more
paid
than
based
this.
on your market. The market for 3-and-D wings is insane right
All-time
now,
high.
and that's what KCP is right now.
Let me see.
To this Alex Caruso thing, is Alex Caruso even a top 5 player on OKC?
Yes.
Top 5.
SGA, Chet,
SGA, J-Dub, Chet,
You can make
Isaiah
the argument he's 4.
Hartenstein
I would take Alex Caruso.
over Hartenstein.
Yeah.
I'm taking.
I think
I'm
that's
taking
close.
Caruso over like Cason Wallace or Lou
Easily.
Dort.
At this moment, yes.
Okay, top 5 player on
KC.
OKC.
He's top 4. He's number 4.
Number
5.
4, arguably.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Isaiah Hartenstein and him is a toss.
They're doing different things.
They are
you know
doing
what I mean?
different
But-
things. Yeah,
so 4 or 5.
being a general is definitely a better task,
So
stronger task.
Bruce Brown, Brogdon, Kuzma, Hunter, Mikal Bridges, Clint, and Cameron Johnson basically make the same money. Over him is Lopez, Rozier, Claxton, DeMar, Miles Bridges, other names like that we think are probably better. Like we think KCP is better than John Collins, Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
Like Rozier or KCP.
Barrett.
For
I don't think
for
he's
money.
getting. I don't think he's getting overpaid.
I think he's
that's
right where he
pretty
needs
fair
to be
market.
in terms of market.
on the new market. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I
but
think he's right there.
I
It's a
think
2024 contract too. You know
I
what
think
mean?
it
Like,
is. I will
D'Lo and
say
him are
this.
making the same amount of money, if I'm not
No, I think
mistaken.
D'Lo's at 19. He's
He is at 19.
Which is
He's
I was going
making
to
less,
say
and he's a better
facts.
player than
He
him.
is.
I would say this with KCP.
Wait, what?
I do.
Would I rather
I think
KCP
D'Lo is
or
better
my-
than KCP.
Wait, what?
Well, pound for pound, just as a player, D'Lo is a better player than KCP.
So why
He's
is
a better
Malik
offensive
Monk not better than KCP?
I said that was a
He's-
toss up
How was that a toss up in this one?
because D'Angelo Russell,
It's not,
I think, is
it's
probably
not-
better than Malik Monk.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Don't
know.
get disrespectful,
I don't know.
please.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't get disrespectful.
I think that's a toss up.
He just shot
What does
40% on
Malik Monk
hella
do better
attempts
than
from
D'Lo?
I think they're
three.
both similar on offense, but I think Malik is more of a consistent offensive player.
I think D'Lo just
and I
gets
think
more
in
opportunity.
the
He
playoffs we
starts.
saw him as a number 2 option, be great offensively.
in 6 games.
Well, D'Lo was ass for most of the series.
Yeah, but that's a listen. I think when we talk about the playoffs,
Well,
there's,
D'Lo's never been good
there's
in
a
the playoffs.
gigantic shit stain on D'Angelo Russell that exists.
I mean, in the regular season, I don't think it's far
I
off.
think looking at a regular season sample size, which is way more games in the playoffs, is better at comparing these two guys.
Well, I
D'Lo
don't-
has been a better player.
D'Lo's had more opportunity.
Well,
Malik Monk's a
D'Lo's just
6
been
man.
Let's just say fuck the narrative and just accomplishments, whatever. Let's just talk about their game. Malik Monk does not dribble better than D'Lo.
No,
he's not a better
he's not
playmaker than D'Lo.
No, he's not. Okay.
He's
I
not a
think-
better
I
player.
He's
think
not
Malik is a better
He's not a
scorer.
better shooter, especially off the dribble. He's not a better shooter.
You're right. I do think Malik's a better scorer.
Malik, I think, is a better finisher. Is a better mid-range
he
shooter.
can still shoot the ball.
Yeah, but not like
not
D'Lo.
like D'Lo.
No,
D'Lo's
no,
a
but he-
40% shooter.
The fact that he can shoot it, not like D'Lo, but he can shoot it and he can get to the rim at a high rate.
I think that's valuable, but I mean, they're in different
And-
roles. If D'Lo was coming off the bench,
I mean, I feel
how
like
does
if
that
Malik
look?
Monk was in D'Lo's role, he can average 18 a game.
I don't think he'd be as good as D'Lo.
What was what? I
D'Lo-
think-
D'Lo-
Malik-
They're
D'Lo-
not very
there was
similar.
games
Did
where
Malik Monk not
D'Lo's primary-
essentially be a more important role in the offense than D'Lo?
Malik Monk,
offense was run through
during the
LeBron and
regular
AD.
season, though.
Malik
D'Lo
Monk
was
is
so
coming off
huge
the
for
bench
us.
and he's leading the unit.
Malik
I'm
Monk
confused
with the
here.
Kings, he gets to have a lot of freedom with the ball. D'Lo is playing into a role to where he's
D'Lo
playing
doesn't
more
even
off the
play
catch.
into that role though.
He does. He
he-
plays more off the. He plays a lot off the catch.
Little bit of both. You'll see times where he is the one taking the ball up the court. Yes, he does play off the catch a good amount, but he also is great when the ball's in his hands.
Yeah, but Malik Monk, he that's his role in with the Sacramento Kings. He has that type of freedom. Outside of maybe closing lineups, but then it's only him and Fox that really handle the ball like that. Sabonis, his touches really don't even come from entries. His touches and his involvement in the offense, a lot are without the ball.
But if I had to say our number 3 option, it is D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, but you're sharing ball handling responsibilities with Reeves and LeBron. The last time we seen D'Lo have ultimate freedom, he was an all-star.
That was a while ago, though.
I think Malik Monk is going there and doing the
Wasn't
same
he a
thing
sub?
D'Lo's doing, bro. Production wise,
Malik Monk is not an all-star.
He's better at a couple.
He's not. He's not.
But neither is D'Lo.
I think D'Lo's a better player than Malik Monk, though. He's
think
a better
he
player.
is.
All I'm saying is, I
It is
feel
a
like that's a
conversation.
toss-up.
It's a
I
conversation.
feel
It is a
like
toss-up.
we wiped D'Lo straight away from KCP, but KCP and Malik is a toss-up. I don't think Malik Monk and D'Lo are far
Well,
off.
I think D'Lo is just a little better than Malik Monk to where I just pick him over KCP. I think he's a better player than KCP.
I don't know. I think you would rather
And
have
contract
D'Lo.
related also.
I mean, you would rather have
Rather-
KCP, I think.
For the Lakers,
There are-
for
there
what
are
we
more-
need, I would rather KCP.
I mean, listen, there's more of an
I mean,
abundance
there's more
of
teams.
scoring
Nobody really
guards.
wants D'Lo as a lead guard.
But the question was
He also
who's
can't
better, not
defend.
who would you rather have on a certain type of team construct.
When I think of these like second, third, fourth options, it's always in a
Correct.
team construct.
He's 100% right.
But you could be a better player than somebody, not be a better
Correct.
role player.
No, 1,000%.
But they're both role players.
That's what the Klay Thompson argument's about. I think KCP
Correct.
should say better role player. Klay Thompson, if I had to have a number 2 scoring option, I'd rather have
Well,
Klay.
I would say not role player, but in a certain role. KCP's role is play defense and hit threes.
Yes.
Doesn't do outside of that. He'll give you the eventual cut. D'Lo's role is initiate offense, create for yourself, get others involved.
Talking about this year, D'Lo shot 25% on catch and shoot threes.
Damn.
No, Malik's better. I think Malik is really good off the catch. But
Malik Monk shot 37%. You told me he was a better shooter.
he is a better shooter. Look
On
at the
pull-ups,
shooter
Malik
percentages.
but the pull-up, D'Lo was
D'Lo's
better.
amazing.
He's
D'Lo is
in the
better. D'Lo was a better 3-point shooter than Malik Monk.
Yeah,
Malik
but
Monk shot 35%.
I'll tell you what,
from three.
25 is low considering that he did shoot almost 40%.
He had
It's
6
6 total attempts?
on if I'm reading this right, 3-point
So
field goals. Yeah, he had 6
this
attempts.
this season, D'Lo had 7.2 attempts from 3 per game, shot 42% from 3.
Yeah, I mean 6
Malik
attempts.
Monk shot 35% flat
Yeah.
from 3.
So I'm shocked to hear that the catch and shoot's that low.
I'm not tweaking. Look,
That's actually
But if it's
insane
only 6
that it's that
attempts,
low and his
And he
field
shot
percentage is that high.
42%. So his pull-up must have been
44.
astronomical. God, I believe it.
You're a better shooter than somebody if you're shooting 44% on pull-ups.
So is catch and shoot harder than pull-up? Talk to me.
No pull-ups are hard.
no pull-ups
I'm
are way
just
hard.
kidding,
Like,
I'm
but
just
D'Lo's a
kidding.
better like in terms of just tough shot making. That's what
That's
D'Lo
bread
does.
and
So
butter.
I'm
That's
not even
bread and butter.
surprised.
Yeah.
But when you said catch and shoot, he's great at it. I'm like, that's not even his vibe. He's the type to catch it, wait till you come up, and then shoot it. Like he's not even that type of player.
Off
Well,
the pull-up, he's fire.
I have a question for that.
25
because
is low, though.
Is that
Probably
just a
disgusting.
one season sample size, or was D'Lo
I
great
was just
off the
strictly
catch last
talking
year?
this year, so 2023,
Okay.
2024. I can look up the
Well,
year.
if he's
before.
only taking 6 attempts this year, that doesn't mean
I mean,
he's taking a lot previous.
Throughout
probably.
his career, he's been a pretty good 3-point shooter career, 37%, shot 42%
yeah,
this
so
past
last
season.
year he was at 4 attempts, 40%. So it's
On
really
catch.
just
He's-
the
he's
attempts.
just-
When the attempts go up,
So it was mostly like a bad year, more
How do
so
you
than
have-
he's just terrible off the catch.
How do you have 4 attempts and it's 40%?
huh?
How do you have 4 attempts but it's 40%?
I said 40.1, 3.7 attempts. You know, I round up.
Oh wait, sorry. Say the step back.
It's catch and shoot threes.
Yeah.
He was at 3.7 attempts.
Oh, per
40%.
game.
Yeah, per game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my.
But no, the year before he's back down to 34%. And this is on 4 attempts.
The
Maybe
25
that was
he's
the outlier
He's
here?
inconsistent off the catch.
No,
I think that's the conclusion.
No. The 2020, the year before, 2022, 2023 is out.
25% isn't 35% though.
He was at 34.
34%. That's 25% is terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. He's weird because the year before that one, though, he's back to 39.
I will
He's
also
just-
say
So he's an
21
inconsistent
Yeah,
shooter
he's
off
just-
the catch.
The 21-22 season for D'Lo was his worst 3-point shooting season since his third year in the league
What percent
with
was it?
Brooklyn. He shot in 21-22 34% on 8 attempts.
pretty
The year before that, he shot 39. The year before that, he shot 35, 37, 37, 37. And then, like I said, his third year in the league, he shot 32.
Before we move on
See,
to the next
Malik,
topic,
back-to-back years was 41, 38% from the catch.
And then that's pretty good.
And then this year was 37.
But that also makes sense. Like, that's his specific role. He's not really going to have the ball in his hands overly, or especially in that time period.
in those lineups.
Correct.
Yeah. In certain lineups. I got a question for you guys, just real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I know that KCP now is a better defender than Christian Braun. Don't you guys think that Braun has a higher defensive ceiling? Because I do.
Yeah, he does. He's more athletic. He's
Ceiling,
bigger.
like from what we've seen, or just like moving forward? Because what we've seen from KCP has been all NBA-esque defense.
Like in the next 3 years, I think there'll be 1 year where we undoubtedly think that Brown's just a better defender.
Probably.
Like,
KCP's
he's 31, right? That's why age-wise fair. But I don't know, KCP.
Could it happen as soon as like a season from now?
It could.
I need to see him improve as an offensive, as a scorer, as a 3-point shooter, so that he can consistently show us that he is that level of defender.
And if he's going to be taking, if he's starting and he has to have more focus on offense, is the defense still going to keep up? That's
I feel like it's fair of me to, let me not say doubt, but at least I want to wait and see how he actually looks with now he's getting 5 attempts a game from 3. How's that 3-point percentage going to look?
It should look good. It's the Nuggets. It's Jokic. I have a lot of faith there, but I agree. You have KCP.
I watched Russell Westbrook be a black hole.
No, I'm talking about Christian Brown.
I'm only talking Christian
Russ
Brown.
thing, I don't see as much of a move.
I like Denver has completely like not improved their roster. Like
they got worse.
I thought Westbrook and Sarge were nice moves.
Sarge sucks.
You lose
he lost
KCP.
minutes in the lineup, dude. Like he was just not good. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
With this
He's just a
obsession.
Let me also I'm trying to think of a world where Russ can be on the court with the rest of the guys. I'm sorry to cut you off, King.
And these are young guys.
But what is their hope in that now? Russ is now the new dunker spot guy, and hope and pray that Aaron Gordon.
I think like in the second year he'll push.
But you know what I mean? Like when you're in a half court setting.
Oh,
what's the plan?
He probably won't play with that lineup.
There's some versatility because let's say I think if he plays,
he has to be in the dunker spot, and you got to hope and pray Aaron Gordon makes threes.
Versatility with him and Aaron Gordon.
I don't know if him and Aaron Gordon be on the court.
I didn't finish what I was gonna say. I don't think when you play Russ, you play Aaron Gordon. I think when you play Russ, it's time where Jamal gets a little bit of a breather and plays off the ball.
Yes.
It doesn't tire himself off the ball. I mean, playing on the ball.
I'm with you.
It's Russ, Jamal, MPJ, Jokic, and then somebody else in that lineup. It could be someone like Sarge in some minutes.
Julian, man.
It could be a shooter.
Strother on the court, you're saying?
MPJ can play the 4.
It could be Brown as well. They could just play a little bit smaller.
Can play the 4.
They'll try it.
I think that's their lineup.
They got all year.
They got a whole year.
It's just like you got this whole young lineup, this whole young second unit. Westbrook's going to be able to push the pace, get the shooters out. But it's like that's you're a championship team and you haven't really capitalized on trying to continue to get better. It's kind of like
the second apron is screwing them. To be fair,
it's screwing a lot of teams, and I feel bad. But I don't want to say their window has closed, but brother.
If you have Jokic, your window's still open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, come on, don't waste.
Agreed.
Don't waste
They're
your
wasting
opportunities.
it.
I guess the overarching question I have just for the Nuggets this year and why I'm not that low on them is because is KCP worth going into the second apron for? I don't think so.
Probably not.
And that's why I think that it's fine for them to bank on Christian Brown. Just taking a step
22
forward.
M's though, like that is not. He's
were
not.
Were they able to
anything.
offer $22 million?
They were. They offered him the same contract.
They probably did.
I think they offered him the same contract, but the thing with Denver is that they only have $10 million more until they're in the second apron. So if they gave KCP that contract, they're over the second apron by $10 million.
Well, if something fails again next season, if they don't reach a championship, if they lose in even the WCF, I think there's probably a move to be made. It's probably going to be MPJ.
Now,
if
Drew,
they fail again.
Gary Trent Jr. signed with the Bucks.
That shit was a punch to the stomach.
Oh, yeah?
No, I was upset.
Did you like the move?
Considering the financial restrictions the Milwaukee Bucks have, DeLon Wright, Gary Trent Jr., I think they've done for as much as they could. Torian Prince is another sign. Good shit, Dehls. They actually made solid moves. They added on the defensive side.
You had to figure out their defense.
Torian Prince is not a horrific defender. Obviously, great spacer.
You're going into a playoff series. Prince.
Prince. You're right.
DeLon Wright.
You're right.
You're the stopper.
OD.
Teams
You're
will
cooked. Agreed. Defense is still a question. I'm not going to disagree with you, but again, with the financial restrictions that they did have, I really like this offseason. The only issue is that their draft pick with AJ Johnson was a bad selection in my opinion. You should have went someone a little bit more NBA ready. If I'm not mistaken, they had a pick ahead of the Suns. Am I wrong in saying that? Because the Suns traded back.
Yes.
Because they could have had Ryan Dunn, but decided against it, going with the project. I think that was a mistake because they had a chance to get a POA. But other than that, Gary Trent gives you more spacing. I'm fine with that move. I would have loved him on the Lakers because, of course, spacing is always king. And he signed for a minimum. Yeah. That's really why I really would have liked him there. But signing Gary Trent on a minimum, DeLon Wright, Torian Prince, for what they could have done, I think Milwaukee has made some really good moves.
Yeah, I agree. I think being towards the second apron, being in the second apron, I think the Phoenix Suns are in a very similar boat this offseason, just getting vet minimum guys that could contribute. We saw last season Derrick Jones, Kelly Oubre. These are players that I think for a lot of contending teams, as we talk about the second apron, as teams approach it and get in it, these are the type of moves you have to make that on the margins you can improve. Because going into this offseason, the Bucks are really, their hands are tied in terms of what moves they can make because they are in that second apron. They can't take in more money than they send out. They don't have a plethora of draft picks to move. The only real piece they were looking to shop was Brook Lopez, and there's no real market out there for Brook Lopez, number one. And number two, I don't know if you're going to get a player back that's going to contribute to what Brook Lopez can potentially contribute to, although he's definitely lost a step. But, I mean, Milwaukee, like you said, Drew, I think they got better. And the ceiling is there for them, right? Like, a year ago, Giannis and Dame, the thought of it, we had them, I think, as the first, second, third best duo in the NBA. We had them just in the same realm as the Boston Celtics. And of course, things changed last year. But I think that ceiling is still there for them because you have Dame and Giannis. I am skeptical of Doc. I don't think he's the type of coach that pushes you from a playoff team to like a championship contending team. Really struggled with them the second half of last season. Of course, they dealt with injuries as well. But if you're a Milwaukee fan, you got to hope a full offseason, training camp, preseason, Doc can instill whatever tendencies and schemes he wants to, because coming halfway through the year is going to be difficult regardless. But overall, I mean, when you just have minimums to give out and you could get three guys that can contribute, you look a little bit deeper. Of course, though, this team has to stay healthy for them to do anything.
I really love this move. And I was thinking about the landscape of the East when I saw what had happened. I actually think the Bucks have had the most underrated offseason amongst any contender.
Oh, good. Fuck.
And the Bucks are the biggest threat to the Celtics in the East. It's as simple as that. The Knicks made a move for Mikal Bridges, and I love the move. Here's where I struggle with the Knicks.
So he's falling off the Knicks again.
I just can't do this.
Defensively, the
I'm
Knicks
carry us, guys. Don't worry.
Can hold off Boston. Where's the other source of offense coming from the Knicks? If Jalen Brunson isn't an A+ every game, the offense is going to look sluggish.
Joel, I just want to stop you just real quick. When the trade happened, I asked you. I said, Joel,
That's not fair.
No.
In the moment,
no, Dehls, because this cannot continue to happen. I asked you in the moment.
He's very reactionary, and then he sleeps on it.
And then I said,
he does sleep on it.
Who's that other scorer? Is Mikal Bridges that type of scorer? You looked me in my eyes, like the way you're looking at me right now, and you said, I believe in Mikal Bridges. So now I ask again, and he got you. I'm asking again because it's been a month since the trade. You have slept multiple nights. Are you having doubts about Mikal Bridges and Julius Randle? Because you also said Randall's going to show up this time. Was that just your Knicks galore and you were excited in the moment?
Randall coming back is huge.
Or you just don't believe? You're not all the way sold?
Also, Dante.
Oh, he's sex.
He's fire.
Mikal Bridges, I do believe in him. But it's a difference when it's matchup reliant.
Mm.
Against Boston, Jalen Brunson will be guarded by Drew Holiday.
Yes.
Mikal Bridges will be guarded by Jaylen Brown. If Jaylen Brown is guarding Mikal Bridges, I just seen what Jaylen Brown, how much he made Luka struggle.
Smaller though.
Mikal Bridges, he doesn't stand a chance if Jaylen Brown is playing at that level of defense. And Julius Randle, he's an X factor, but he's a question mark. I think the Knicks have an insanely high floor. And I think a couple of things need to break our way for us to get to the finals. The Bucks, they have the highest ceiling. Because when I think of a team that poses the biggest threat to Boston, it's one position. It's a dominant big who can really put stress on the interior of their defense. Al Horford's a year older. Kristaps Porzingis, he's unhealthy, and you can't rely on him. If he's good, I trust their defense more, of course, but Porzingis is injury prone. If the Celtics match up with the Bucks and they don't have KP 100%, Giannis is going to average 35 or 40 in that series.
If Boston isn't healthy, then the Bucks can win.
This thing, I just think.
How are they guarding?
Giannis can't beat Boston by himself.
This is the difference.
Brown and Tatum are going to go crazy.
When we thought about teams that pose the biggest threat to the Boston Celtics, it was Denver because Nikola Jokic is a
Absolutely.
dominant interior presence, because Giannis is a dominant interior presence. Joel Embiid theoretically should be, but we know that he's inconsistent in the playoffs. That is what stands in the Celtics' way in the East. Facing a guy like that, that's a top 3 player in the world that can put that much stress on your defense. You look at what they got around Giannis. They got Gary Trent, 45% on catch and shoot threes this past season. Damian Lillard, who is still one of the best guards in the NBA, and if he catches hot, then that's a different Bucks team you're facing. With Chris Middleton, who just averaged 25 in a playoff series, he still got it. He just got to stay healthy. And Lopez, who can stretch the floor, it's impossible to stop the Bucks offense. And I think Doc Rivers this offseason having a training camp is going to get them on the right page offensively. I think Doc Rivers is the Mike Tomlin of the NBA.
But what about the defense?
The defense, Gary Trent Jr. gets them better on defense. They are now better on defense because of Gary Trent Jr.
He's not Cone.
He's not. Yeah, I mean, listen, maybe
Drew,
he was on a bad team.
No, not really. But keep going. I'm
Way
interested.
more over Malik Beasley. Let's just get that straight.
Okay, not
He's
saying much.
bottom of the barrel.
All right, let him keep going.
Gary Trent Jr. is a good defender.
He's okay.
No, he's a good defender.
He's okay.
He's
a
a
solid
passable
defender.
defender.
Yes,
He's not moving the
He
needle on
should be the
defense for
5th
them,
best
really.
defender on your team.
Okay, all right, Giannis,
He's
number
probably
1, Brooke.
the 3rd.
We count.
Well,
we count
Giannis is
Bobby?
their best defender.
We're going to count
Yeah,
Bobby?
Giannis is their best rim protector.
But this is the thing. I think that this could be the first year we see a change in philosophy with Giannis on defense. And that's what I'm counting on. Giannis in the past has been very vocal
That puts stress on him, though.
about taking on challenges. When Jimmy Butler was smoking the heat, Giannis wanted to guard him more. But Mike Budenholzer never allowed it. There was always a restriction there. I think Doc Rivers acknowledges that we need Giannis to be the best version of himself on defense.
That's not the best game plan when most of Giannis' shots is free throw line under. You know how much gassed and tired he's going to be? I have to go guard the best player. And now, not only can I really can't shoot out here, I have to go straight in the paint.
He's still in his prime.
That's why
though.
you got Dame.
He's 30.
But he's still in his prime, and
in
he's
his
still
prime.
his
game isn't
motor
the
is still high.
His game
No.
isn't the same as other players that can
He's
do
a top
that.
3 player in the world right now.
No, but
I'm not saying he's not.
that's
I'm not
not the
saying he's
point.
not. I'm
Let
not
me
saying he's
let me
not.
say this to you. He's still probably the most athletic in the league right now. The strongest, maybe not, let's say, necessarily the fastest, but given his build, he's still going to be athletic enough to give the energy on both sides of the ball.
As a rim
Simple.
protector, to be able to guard the
Like
best
the
player,
perimeter.
he's never done
I'll
that
be honest,
for a
that's a
game.
tall task.
Drew, am I not mistaken that Giannis not win MVP and DPOY in the same year?
Yes, as a rim,
did it.
I think you're not understanding what I'm
Bro,
saying.
Like if
Just
he has to
'cause-
go
just
out on the
'cause-
perimeter and now he's like guarding Kevin Durant, he's going and
that's
guarding.
This is the
that's a
thing.
different task.
Just because you are asked to do something else doesn't take away from your initial role. Giannis could still be a rim protector, but in spot possessions, guard up.
We've already
He can
seen
do
that though.
But
We've
we
seen
can
him do
see
that.
it ramped up. We can see it ramped up. We can see it ramped up. Against a team like
You know,
Boston,
I love Giannis.
against a team like Boston, you need to stop the ball.
So
That's
Giannis
important.
on who?
They have so many guys.
Tatum?
Gian-
You
like,
could put
Giannis on Brown?
You can put
You
Giannis
could
on
put-
Tatum and they still win the series because you still have Drew, White, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis. Like you still have so many, and you have no answers for half of those guys. Who's guarding
if I'm
Jaylen Brown?
Boston, I'm happy with that.
In order to beat Boston, you need to outscore them. You need to play. You need to play better.
That means
offense.
you need to get stops.
But we just saw Boston lock up defensively. That's how they won the championship.
That's a fact.
And
But that's
also,
defense.
Their
is a great
worst
defense.
offense,
And Boston
their
needs
worst
to get
offensive
stops on
series,
the
and y'all
Bucks.
still 1-5.
Boston needs to get stops on the Bucks.
I mean, outside of Giannis, I'm cool with every matchup from
I mean,
Boston.
Yeah, but
Giannis is gonna be a
Giannis
bitch to
is
stop,
a big
but
deal.
Giannis is Giannis. He's gonna get his 30 to
Yeah,
35.
but this is the thing.
But Giannis can't
There
beat
are
the Boston
question
by
marks
himself.
around the Celtics.
I think Middleton can still get
specifically
his, believe it or not.
the
too.
health of Kristaps Porzingis.
But the health
You
of
can have
Chris
Jaylen
Middleton
Brown
is the
on him.
same health.
Decent
I mean,
matchup,
you
know,
can
like-
argue that, but
If
this is the thing.
Porzingis is out and Middleton is out,
The reality of the NBA is that every year there's something that happens in a certain matchup that could sway it. We see injuries all the time. We just see injuries in this playoff run. You can also take that into account when looking into the future.
Yeah, but
because
bro,
it's
you're
all
only
about
using that for
matchups.
Boston.
But even if the Boston Celtics face the Bucks and they're fully healthy 100%, you think that's an easy series?
easy as in I think I picked Boston
I'd
easily.
pick Boston
And how many
pretty easily.
games?
Pick Boston in 6.
6.
That's crazy. It could go 7.
No,
It could go
I-
5.
It can go 5. It can go 7. It can go
It
6.
could really go 5. If
He's
you're telling
right.
me,
He's right.
Porzingis is healthy, it could go 5.
Porzy's healthy?
He said both fully healthy because we got to
say
make
that.
sure the Bucks are healthy because they've been banged up for years now.
It could
If
be
they're
a,
That's
both
the-
fully
that's the
healthy,
biggest
it could be
deterrent.
a 5-game series.
team-
it
the
could be a 7-game
injuries-
series.
the injuries
Wouldn't
in
be
the
surprised
East
either.
for the top teams, they suffered through a lot of injuries. The Knicks, even in the playoffs, they suffered through injuries. The Celtics should be favored. The biggest threat to them
They will be favored.
is a team that features Giannis and that could dominate their interior, because the Celtics' Achilles heel on defense, which is hard to find because they're so great, is that interior presence
I'll
on their
just say
defense.
Historically, Al Horford has played about as good defense as you can on Giannis.
I will ride for the New York
He averaged
Knicks.
35 last time they played in the
It
series.
was pretty inefficient.
He shot 45% from the field.
Yeah,
and that's him not guarding the best player.
That's also him with way worse spacing and with all his players missing shots.
Oh, for sure.
Again,
but they're gonna
The
bank
Bucks
on.
are not
They were
the
up
biggest
3-2 in
threat.
that series, bro.
It doesn't matter how much spacing you have. They're gonna send two at Giannis.
Yeah, and then you have 40% shooters open all over
For
the
sure.
court
That
for Giannis.
yeah, for sure. But now you have to go on the other end and get a stop.
Yeah, but I feel better about their defense this year more than I
Because
did
of
last
Gary
year.
Trent, like
No, and also Torian Prince off the bench.
That's not
That's
bad.
a good
That's
signing.
not-
He actually
he's an
he was
okay
top 10
signing.
in
He was a good
difficulty
defender.
matchups.
He was a good defender.
So I
that
think
just means he takes the
Darvin
tough
Ham just
assignments.
loved him.
I
He
know,
trusted him
but
with
he
his
was
life.
also a good defender last year. He's passable, and that's all the Bucks need. The Bucks just need guys that are going to put in effort. Malik Beasley was never going to do that and really commit to that role.
That's cute and all, but once you go up, and I know, listen, again, you're trying to pick a team to go up against Boston. Are you saying you see them as real contenders, just like the biggest threat to Boston? Because the Gary Trent, Torian Prince, it's cute, it's an upgrade, but you're going up against the Jays. That's going to be a really tough matchup for them.
Both statements, regardless, are incorrect in my opinion. The New York Knicks have the answer for defending the Boston Celtics. They have two of the best wing defenders in OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. That is exactly what you want against the Boston Celtics with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. You have an elite number one option in Jalen Brunson. On top of that, Dante DiVincenzo just had a top 10 season ever in most threes made in a single season. And Julius Randle is coming back. You want to talk about interior presence? That can be Julius Randle right there. That's his series to really
If I'm
break
being
out.
honest,
And Mitchell Robinson, I didn't talk about. Josh Hart, I didn't even talk
Julius Randle
about.
is more of a mismatch stylistically and more physically imposed than Damian Lillard in terms of a Boston matchup.
In a Boston
there is
matchup.
nobody on Boston 1 through 4 strong enough
Correct.
to hold Julius Randle. Now, will he show up? That's the big
Because
question.
the
But
Knicks
just
have
from
the
a
answer
matchup-wise,
defensively and offensively. They have an elite one in
Dame
Brunson.
is literally about to
but-
walk in and see Drew or White or
Yes,
Jaylen Brown or
yes,
Jason Tatum.
yes.
Giannis is going to see Horford or KP.
Well, yeah, Giannis is gonna get his.
Giannis is Giannis.
Well,
gonna
that's the
get- But the
interior
last time
presence.
he seen Al Horford in them, he shot 45% from the field. You know how bad that is for somebody who takes straight layups? That's awful.
I was going to say, and for Randall, you have to at least respect his shot. You have to at least respect
I think you
it.
can make an argument for all of these teams. I think Philly you can make an argument for too. If they're healthy going up a series against Boston, just like you're saying, with Giannis, you're saying the same thing about Embiid. That's a really tough matchup for Porzingis. That's a tough matchup for
Is
Al
it though?
Horford.
We've seen Embiid against Boston.
We have seen it. Horford is his
This is
dad.
where I disagree though,
don't even
and
know
I'm
that.
glad that you mentioned the Knicks offense as well, because
They
I
were
was
up
going
3-2
to say
last year.
we have to be fair to both
2 years
teams.
ago.
We can't just criticize the Bucks. We can't just criticize their defense and not criticize the Knicks offense.
I think it's gonna get better though.
the Knicks offense against the Celtics defense, you trust?
It's a tough matchup.
Nah, I don't. I don't trust any of the. I don't trust a lot of these teams offense.
Because that's what I'm saying. The Knicks defense, their defense is going to be elite. And
Yes.
they can stop Boston more times than any team in the East.
If Porzingis
that's
is
a fact.
out, if Porzingis is out, that's a real chance that's a
But
series.
can the offense be better to win that
Randall
series?
can't
I have a tough
Randall
time seeing
can't put a good showing against
Randall's
the Boston Celtics.
he's a needle mover. If he's regular season Randall
Yes.
and he's giving you all NBA type of work, then that could
He's
swing
going to
the
get
series.
Boston fits.
yeah. What,
You just wanted Julius Randle to be traded.
But if I'm going to get Devin Booker
Oh shit.
You wanted to trade Julius Randle regardless. It wasn't just for D.
for an
Book.
upgrade,
What upgrade?
I said Devin Booker. The hell?
I don't think
You
Devin
can't
Booker's
you
on
can't
the
trade
table.
Julius Randle for any upgrade. Realistically, you cannot.
I agree with that now.
Well,
And
he's the biggest. He's not the in
But
terms of a New
that
York
statement
versus
doesn't
Boston
matter.
matchup.
No,
I'm
it
glad
matters
the
because
Knicks
you
are
want-
going
you
to get-
didn't- you wanted
also
him gone.
Kevin Durant. Like if I could get Kevin
So,
Durant,
point,
these
fellas,
are
let's-
these
let's, you know,
these are
let's get back
no
to the conversation.
brainers.
You wanted Julius Randle gone. The thing is,
for upgrades.
if your argument for me,
Uh-huh.
your argument to me is telling me to trust the Knicks offense against Boston because
That's
of
not
Julius
it.
Randle,
That's not it.
That's a weak
It
argument.
definitely
No.
gets better though with Randall and Mikal
correct
coming in,
Correct.
coming
I
back.
think-
Randall coming back.
I think,
should
but
say.
Randall's playoff struggles have been
And a
hit.
lot of the Knicks
I'm with
secondary
you, and
players
that's
are
why I'm
great
saying
catch and
just,
shoots.
Just from a style point, like there's nobody in Boston that can hold Julius Randle physically.
No.
Like there's just nobody. So from a style perspective,
Porzingis can.
Well, I don't think Porzingis would be guarding him. I think he'll play.
I think
Tatum
Jason
probably
Tatum
goes on.
could do a great job on Randall.
Strength-wise, though,
I'm just saying,
he has the best
style-wise,
chance out of
he has the
everyone,
best chance
probably.
because Tatum is one of the strong. But
he's
Randall
strong.
if he's playing downhill, Randall, it's a different conversation. But like I said, playoffs, I don't know. But just from a style, like Dame, you talking about Brunson? What the hell you think Dame's about to see? Dame, I think he has a terrible series against Boston. And he's never been this eye popper in the playoffs after the first round.
Is it fair to say that Dame and Brunson would both really struggle against Boston?
I think Brunson could struggle for sure.
Okay, so then
I don't know. I've seen Brunson this past season, outside of maybe one game, play excellent basketball against you guys.
So if that's
Overall,
the case, if Brunson and Dame likely would struggle against Boston because of their perimeter defenders, then you're relying on the other guys for the offense.
Defense.
And the Knicks have Randall and Mikal and their role players, and then you have Giannis and Middleton and their role players.
Yeah, but I don't think
there's one obvious offense that you trust more.
It's just Giannis and Middleton. You don't have to say the role players.
What do you, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, those
Brook
are great role
Lopez
players.
is not good anymore.
Gary
I don't know
Trent
why we
Jr.
have
is
to
a
lie
really
here
good
and
role
act
player.
like he is, but Brook Lopez is not
The
not
Knicks
good.
role
He can
players.
still
The Knicks-
space-
no, the Knicks role
he can
players.
still space the
He's
floor.
like
He
he's
can
so
protect the
far
rim.
off from what he was 2 years ago.
yeah,
But he's still a great
laterally,
shooter.
he's gone.
We're talking
okay.
about offense right now.
And we're like, I trust the Knicks defense. Like I trust their
Correct.
bench. I trust the 6, 7, 8 man over Milwaukee. I trust the fact that their defense is going to get a shit ton of stops. The same way how Dallas was playing defense. I think New York can play a better defense than what you love to say Dallas did against Boston. And I think they have the matchups to guard Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Now the offense, of course, is in question, but you're walking in with the idea and the hope, if you're a Knicks fan, well, Randall looked like in the regular season a different player than prior.
did.
He can get better. We just brought in Mikal Bridges, who is a great shooter. OG Anunoby, great shooter. Dante, elite shooter. We still have Deuce. Like, we have guys that can defend, and we're hoping that Randall can just say, I'm due for one and have this series. But for Milwaukee, it's just, yes, we have one of the best players in the world in Giannis. But we've seen even the best player in the world
Not
can't
be
win a
enough,
series. You need role players. And outside of Dame,
Bucks have great role players, bro.
outside of Dame, in my
the Knicks
opinion,
have
And
great
Middleton.
role players.
and Middleton, I keep forgetting
They
Middleton.
do,
I'm
but
sorry.
The Knicks
then
have
the
great role
Bucks- but the
players. The
Bucks
Bucks
have
have cross
better
your
top
finger
than
The
role
Dame.
Knicks
players.
role
Outside of
players
Dame
are
and
the
Middleton,
best in the
I don't
league,
trust
probably
any
outside
of
of
the, and Bobby
against
Portis.
Boston.
I apologize.
And
I don't really
I'll throw
trust any
OKC
of those
in
role
there.
players.
Middleton?
I said Middleton. He's a star though.
But no, he's a role player. He's the third best
I
player on
think
the
he's like
team.
a
No,
low-end
in that
all-star.
championship
I think he's like
run,
a
So
he
low-end
was
who's
their
the
clear
role
number
players for
2.
Boston?
Boston.
Who's their role players?
Derek White,
White,
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
So then you can use Middleton for the Bucks.
I mean, okay.
Well, are we calling KP a role player for the
I think
Celtics?
Middleton's like a low
I
end
wouldn't
all-star.
do that.
It's kind of rude.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but I don't think you call Middleton a role. He's
not
a role
so
player.
important.
He's not a
never been
role
the-
player.
Middleton is, but when he plays with Giannis and Dame, he's a role player. Yes, he is.
He's one of
He
he's
averaged
one of the
15.
all-stars.
He averaged 15. With
But
them.
again, is KP a role player? Like, that's kind of what I would go back to say.
Drew Holiday's an all-star. He was a role player. You just said he's a role player for Boston.
Drew is he is a role player.
When's the last time Middleton has been an all-star?
But Middleton has way more
I
offensive
don't know. See,
responsibility.
I don't
than
look
Drew.
at all-stars as they've made the all-star game,
I'm just
bro.
saying Middleton is a role
Like,
player
is
for the
Beal
Bucks.
a role
bro.
player?
Who?
Bradley Beal, role
Yeah,
player.
he's a role player for the Suns.
Not a
Absolutely.
great one.
I mean, okay. Middleton's a role
All
player.
right,
so
that's
you got
fair.
whatever.
That's consistent energy.
You got Middleton. You got really just Middleton and Bobby Portis. I trust. I don't trust this.
You don't trust Lopez on offense?
offense. He's okay. Like
To space, I trust him.
Am I
That's all
crazy
he's
for
gonna have to
trusting
do.
Gary Trent Jr.
No,
as a
it's
role
just
player?
I think he'll get played out of that series.
On defense,
honestly,
on
in Boston.
Gary
defense.
Trent Jr. get played out of the
No, I'm
series.
talking about Lopez.
Okay.
Gary Trent Jr. I don't know who you think he is.
'Cause if Brooke-
I really don't know
He's a
who you
great
think he
shooter.
is.
That's
Like,
what he is.
I'm so confused. He's
If
gonna
Brooke
get
and
picked on,
Bobby
too.
continue
be
to
a
play
really
drop
tough series,
coverage,
man.
they're going to get cooked.
Yeah, but no, Gary Trent Jr. is a great shooter. That's what I think he is, and
I
they
mean,
need
that-
better
that-
spacing.
So was Malik.
But
So
they
was
need
Malik
defense
Beasley.
too. That,
Yeah,
that's
but
the
Gary
key
Trent
question.
Jr.
They
is
don't need
a
defense.
much better
You're not
defender than
They don't
Beasley.
need more offense. They need a plethora of defense. They need defense at damn near almost
And
every
Gary Trent's a
position.
way better defender than
Yes,
Beasley.
and that's not saying that's like saying the 700th best defender is better than the 750 or some
I
shit
think
like
you're
that.
undervaluing Gary
No,
Trent's
you're just
defense.
overrating him.
No,
because
no, no.
You need to
I
pick
think-
somebody to beat.
no.
Why? Like it's
Gary
just
Trent's a
insane
good
to
ball
me
player.
How you're not like? How do you think Milwaukee has a better chance than New York? It's just crazy.
No,
like,
that is nuts.
It's crazy
No, I
to
think
me.
they do because they have the top end talent with Giannis and Dame.
But-
Those are
but
two
again,
elite offensive creators.
Jalen Brunson
I don't
still-
trust the Knicks offense against the
Do
Boston
you not
Celtics
worry?
defense.
Do you not worry about the floor of Milwaukee at all? Just the floor of the defense being a bottom 10 unit in the league, and no matter how much offense you have to be able to put stops together.
Well, the floor of the Bucks is
Low.
them being unhealthy. That's what the floor is.
Unhealthy, yes, but just being a bad defensive team.
I don't think they'll be a terrible defensive team this year. I don't think so.
The
I
Knicks
think
give you
I
such
think
a safe just room with that defense, that perimeter, like it's really tough because I get it with Giannis. You could go bar for bar with Boston offensively, but we just saw Boston. They could outshoot anybody. I still have a lot more faith they can outshoot against the Bucks. Yeah, but just Milwaukee, I don't have much faith in them getting stops together. If you could just get stops on Boston, you need to do that at some point in the game.
And we talked, Riv mentioned Dallas, about Dallas's defense and how is it elite. And of course, the Knicks have better personnel. They have better ball stoppers. I trust the Mavs offense over the Knicks offense because they have Luka and Kyrie.
No shit.
Specifically just Luka. The Knicks, given their offensive personnel, are really going to struggle against the Celtics defense. That's what I'm saying. And the really conclusion of this conversation is that I value offense more than I value defense. I value a high-level offense, and you get timely defensive stops. I think the Bucks have a better chance against the Celtics because they'll be able to put up more points.
What did Dame do against the Knicks?
The high-level offense for the Mavericks did not put them in a competition with the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, because the Celtics defense was so elite.
But their offense was not elite, and they still won. If
Jaylen Brown did that to Luka, what do I think he would do to Brunson?
You just said offense matters more.
So what is he going to do to Dame? Why'd you stop?
I think he'll play good on Dame. We've already seen it.
So then,
but the difference is that
what's the difference? The
difference is that Brunson is the primary creator for his team. So if you stop the head of the snake, everything else.
Do you think Dame?
But the rest of the role players around Jalen Brunson are really good catch and shoot. Indiana?
I thought he played really well. He averaged 30.
What do you think his percentage was?
That's probably average percentages.
43.
He has some great games. He has some bad ones. He played hurt in that series.
43% from the field.
Towards the end, he got hurt in that series.
Who are you talking about?
Dame.
Was it 43%? Did I cook?
I'll tell you right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I thought it was low.
Well, he was weird because he would have halves and score nothing.
Oh, it was close.
And then he'd have halves, he'd go up for like 30.
Yeah, but I know even if that playoff series you're using to criticize Dame, I think Dame, the thing is that he's playing off of Giannis. The Celtics' primary focus is stopping Giannis. Then it's Dame.
I mean, Giannis
the
Celtics'
didn't play primary focus.
Series.
We talking about the Celtics and the Bucks matchup.
Oh.
The Celtics, if they match up with the Knicks, the primary focus is stopping Brunson. Then everybody else. If you take Brunson out, you're taking away the best offense creator, and that's what I'm saying.
Can you just take Brunson out of a game at this point in his career?
You need the personnel to do it.
Mm-hmm. But can you just take him out of a game?
You can make it difficult. I think Brunson is a special offensive player. But Drew Holiday is a special defender, and Jaylen Brown is a special defender.
Do you trust? I'm sorry to cut you off. You said you trust the Mavericks defense. The Mavericks offense more than the Knicks. Do you trust them more in a matchup against the Celtics? Because I think you can make the argument that if you have more spacing, sure, you can make the argument for the Bucks too. If you have more spacing on the court, if you're Milwaukee, if you're New York, even if you're Philly, because what we saw with Boston was once they put Tatum on a big, the pick and roll didn't work. The three-point shooting wasn't falling because they don't really have great three-point shooters. So if you're able, Boston, who has such great perimeter defenders, to lock in on Luka and Kyrie and the rest of the offensive talent isn't that great, I think you can make the argument for New York or Philly, who has actual options outside their top two who could hit shots.
New York has better role players and better shooters, so they can get a more consistent offense because the Mavericks went ice cold. They had their worst series of the playoffs by far.
Though.
Yes, but there was a lot of energy in stopping Luka and really helping in on those gaps. I think that Boston, this is not a knock on Brunson, but because he is shorter, it is easier to just put one guy on him.
It's easier to guard him than Luka.
Yes.
One guy.
You have to throw the house at Luka and really do everything possible. At Brunson, it's the same way. They blitz him a lot. No, for sure. But I think when you have Drew Holiday and Derek White, those aren't bad matchups for Brunson, but they were bad matchups for Luka because Luka can outstrength them. With Brunson, that won't be the case. They can match up really well. And then if you throw a bigger body on Brunson, like Jaylen Brown, who has the foot speed to still keep up and is really strong, that matchup could get really ugly for Jalen Brunson.
I don't know, man. Again, I've only seen one game this past season where Brunson overly struggled. Brunson has played well against this Boston Celtics defense with three of the best perimeter defenders.
He had some ugly games in the Pacers.
I don't think Jalen Brunson would struggle with Derek White.
In the Pacers series, did he play like shit?
He has some really inefficient games.
It's just Drew Holiday and Jaylen Brown.
Because they were up 2-0. If OG doesn't go down, who knows what happens with that series.
He has some games.
Defensively,
Aaron Nesmith and Kelly Oubre were the two best defenders on Brunson in the playoffs. They played really great defense on him.
So the last game he got hurt was 6 for 17. The game before that, 11 for 26. 18 for 35, solid, 6 for 17, 10 for 26. First 2 games he was really good, but he had some games where he was just inefficient.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, it's going to be a different team. He's not going to have as much. I mean, of course, he can have a ton of offensive load, but guys were going down left and right where you just did not have the same type of faith that you have in the role players and shooters you have out there now. But yeah, he had some inefficient games, but again, he had 2 40 balls too. So.
And if Randall's back, and now you added McHale, there's at least some type of secondary help that he can go to.
I don't think a team that beats Boston is a perimeter-oriented team. It's not going to be that.
Is Randall a perimeter-oriented scorer?
Yeah, he's 50-50. A lot of his offense
That's
comes
a
in the
luxury for the Knicks.
Yeah, but you cannot trust them in the playoffs
Agreed.
at all.
I don't disagree.
I think the only team that's going to beat the Celtics, even though I would love for any team to beat them, but the only team that's going to beat them is an interior dominant presence. It's gonna have to be Jokic or Giannis or Embiid because that is their biggest Achilles heel. On the perimeter, their defense is as good as you can get. It's really gonna be tough to beat a team like that with the perimeter oriented attack.
It has to be an interior guy with a great team. I don't think Philly's team is good enough. I don't think Milwaukee's team is good enough.
That's why I'm saying. Well, I think the Bucks. I think they're a great team. I think they have a lot of talent.
Sorry, I know Drew has to go soon, so you want to just do this quick this week in the NFL stuff, so we have it for TikTok and whatnot. Then you can dip.
I'm with that. Thank you.
All right, so this week in the NFL NBA. Sorry to shut down the conversation. Any closing remarks before we move on?
The Bucks made cool moves. Nothing really needle moving. They're still one of the 4 best teams in the East, but that's about it.
They are one of the 4 best teams in the East. They're not better than the Knicks. Simple.
Thanks,
I agree.
Okay, moving
They're the
on.
biggest threat to the Celtics. That's it in the East.
I'm going to give you guys 5 wide receivers, and I want you to rank them 1 through 5 in terms of who had the most receiving yards in 2023. So number 1 had the most receiving yards.
Guessing.
Number 5 had the 5th. No, so I'm going to give you the 5 names.
Oh.
I want you to put them in order.
Let me get in my bag.
Okay?
Here we go.
So the names we have, Justin Jefferson,
Okay.
George Pickens, DeAndre Hopkins, Smitty, and Chris Olave.
Jettas missed time.
Jettas was at like 1,000, 0
Yes.
and change. Pickens, can you read? So
He's
I
at
know
1100.
Pickens had 11 something.
Who's the other names?
He said Smitty. Smitty had just over 1,000 too.
Yeah, he had a
You said Olave. That's the trickiest one
I think
for
he had
me.
11.
Okay, and who's the last name?
We have DeAndre Hopkins.
D-Hop.
Hopkins is number 1.
Calm down.
I would say put a
Calm
list
down.
together first. Don't.
Because I think Pickens. I think Pickens actually may be number 1.
I think Olave might be 1.
I think it's Pickens, Olave, D-Hop, Smitty, Jettas. I think that's the order in my opinion.
Okay.
But again, Olave was awesome last season. D-Hop was pretty good last year too. I think he just broke 1,000 yards though.
I think Pickens is 3. Jettas is 4. I don't think Jettas is last.
Pickens is
like
1.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think D-Hop had a better year.
Jettas cracked 1K.
He was at
quickly.
like 1,080 yards.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's go 1 by 1. You guys can start at 5 or 1, whichever you feel
blind
more
ranking.
comfortable with.
Okay.
No, but you have the names.
We have
but
the
just so we
names.
could go 1 by 1, I could tell you right
So
or
you're
wrong.
saying 5?
Here we go. I'm going to say
I think Jet is 5.
it might be Smitty.
Smitty is not a bad
He
answer.
didn't have the best year.
I think Smitty at 5 makes sense actually.
Let's try it. Fucking.
Smitty at 5. 4.
Well, he said we can go 1 by 1, so we can say
Yeah,
Smitty
so
at
ask
5.
him. So
Incorrect.
Jet.
Incorrect.
I think Jettas is 4.
Incorrect.
No, Jettas is wait, no.
Damn, so Jettas
Pickens is 1.
George Pickens is number 1
I
on
thought
this
so.
list.
I thought so.
2 is
1,040
D-Hop.
yards.
2 is
No.
2 is Jet?
No.
Smitty.
No.
3 is
wow.
Jettas.
3 is Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
He's such a
2 is
dope.
Olave.
2 is Chris
Okay.
Olave.
All right,
Olave's
I was
high.
up to something.
I
was
told
up
you
to
Olave
something
was
at
high.
first.
You
He
had
was
Olave
No,
up.
at
agreed.
4.
No, I agreed with
'Cause
you.
you
I
said
put
he had
Olave
11
back to
something.
2.
I didn't hear that part.
Yes.
Pickens 1, Olave 2, Jet is 3. Who's 4 and 5?
Hopkins is 5th.
Hopkins is 5th.
Wow.
Smitty is
Devontae
4.
Okay, I
Smith is
didn't.
4.
Okay, that's cool.
All
I
right,
just
We knew Smitty was in the 4 or 5 range. Though.
was
We knew
good.
that for sure.
So the other one I have,
Look at him doing
college
work.
college football is out. Everyone's creating their road to glory player. I want you guys to build the best quarterback without using Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, and Justin Herbert. I feel like those are the top 4.
All
Where
right.
it's just some easy ones everyone's going to put in. I have 4 physical abilities and 4 mental abilities.
okay.
So first, physical ability, the size.
Justin Fields.
Did you say Hurts?
Did not say Hurts.
Size? Jalen Hurts is pretty
Size,
great.
build. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Fields is still building faster.
I feel like if we get speed,
So
I'm
again,
cool
this
with
is just size.
size. I'm
Yes.
feeling Jalen
Speed, we can
Hurts.
get K1.
So you could have put
Or
like
you could put
you
Fields
could
too,
put-
or you know what I mean. I feel
can't
like
get
speed.
Lamar.
No, agreed.
get
That's what
Lamar.
I'm saying. Speed. Justin Fields, I'm cool with.
Jalen Hurts he's the strongest, but he's 6'1".
Fields
He's
is about
also-
6'3", right?
Fields is 6'3".
That's what I'm saying. He's still tall.
Well, we have Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence,
He ain't
6'6".
I mean,
6'6"
is speed different?
Speed is
Okay.
So I have mobility actually as it.
Jordan Love is 6'4".
It's either Fields or T-Law.
6'6" is insane to beat.
You said no
6'6".
Herbert.
No Herbert.
Trevor is 6'6"?
He is 6'6".
Oh, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah,
Trevor
agreed.
Lawrence.
That's what I'm saying.
Trevor
Wait,
Lawrence.
but it's physical. Is Trevor?
That's fine.
It's just-
Trevor's
it's just
Trevor's
size.
definitely-
Trevor is
yeah.
thinner. Jordan
But he
Love
be
is
hurt.
6'4". He's thicker.
Jalen Hurts is a fucking monster.
He's
But I
6'1",
get
though.
it.
We need the
6'1".
height.
I'm
We need
with
somebody
you.
that's durable.
Trevor Lawrence is. I mean, not overly durable.
He's not underly. You know,
Let's
he's
just
got
take her. Let's just take Lawrence. Whatever. Even though arm probably Lawrence
Has
would have
Lawrence
been
missed a game
come
in
up.
his career?
He is.
He's missed one,
Yeah,
right?
did. He missed last year.
He be banged up though, walking in games, her and shit.
Next physical trait is arm strength.
Matthew
Jordan
Stafford.
Love.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford.
Stafford, yeah.
Yeah.
Stafford it is. That was
What's
easier.
wrong with you?
That's all right. Jordan
But
Love's
Jordan
a great
Love's arm is
Yeah, but
Jordan
you-
Love is a
just
great
as
arm.
good.
But
Next-
just
right
as
now
good.
it's stronger. Right now it's stronger.
I don't know. Staffy can throw that shit.
Yeah, OD. But
Stafford
I
can
No,
throw
agree
right
with
now
you.
Love's arm is stronger.
I don't know.
Stafford
Staffy's
is prime,
still
of
good.
course.
Woo!
And Stafford's insane. I'll kiss him.
Next is accuracy/touch.
This is where we probably should have went. That's where we should have went Stafford to arm Love. I'll say that to you right now,
Jordan
Joel.
Love.
No.
No.
Accuracy/touch.
Yeah, combining them.
I'm nuts to say Tua.
I was thinking. Who was I thinking? Brock Purdy.
That is not
I
insane.
don't know about him though. You know. Yeah.
But the deep ball accuracy, K1 also can be in conversation
We're
here
saving
too.
him,
But
though.
we could save him for
We're saving
mobility. True.
What about Gino?
I like Gino.
That's not bad.
No way he was putting
no,
up two or
No,
Purdy.
you saw his face when he said Tua.
Honestly, I'm going to go Kirk Cousins.
Do we still think he has it?
I don't know.
Accuracy and touch.
Tua is.
We need a deep ball too, though. Tua not saying
He
Tua
was
don't
pretty
have that.
accurate last
We're not
season
saying
with the
Tua don't
deep
have
ball.
that, but we need, we need
Accuracy wise with the deep ball, that's why I vouch for Tua.
yeah, okay.
But
I like Kirk Cousins' accuracy and touch the most.
What about Jared Goff? Is he getting a thought?
Really, I think the four, it's between his Tua, Goff, Purdy, and then Kirk Cousins.
No Gino.
I think Dak could be. Gino is in a conversation. He is in a conversation.
I don't want Dak. I'm good.
I don't want that either.
we can pass
my vote legitimately is for Tua. No bias. Legitimately think he is the
we can
most
take Tua.
accurate.
Tua it is. 2 out of 3. Sorry, bro. Last,
He hates that answer.
last physical trait, mobility.
This is only the
K1.
third. You said 4.
No,
This is the fourth.
You got it.
Size, arm strength, accuracy.
Can you read off
mobility.
who we got right now?
You have the size of Trevor Lawrence,
Yes.
arm strength of Matt Stafford,
Okay.
accuracy/touch of Tua, your mobility.
Oh,
Damn, that
K1.
Tua shit fucked us. Let's see. Kyler Murray, of
It's
course.
either K1 or
ability.
Fields. So would
I'm
that be
fine
how we
with
do it?
Kyler. I think
Kyler
it's
Murray it
prettier
is.
to have Kyler there.
All right, so
Yeah,
now we're
Fields could
gonna
run people over. You know what I'm saying? He got with K1 too.
K1's a kid at a playground. He's just
now we're getting more into the mental side of things. First up is IQ.
Aaron Rodgers.
Joe Burrow.
We can't take him.
Can't use him. So Aaron
No,
Rodgers.
Burrow.
He
you could
didn't
use
say
Burrow.
him.
Oh wow. Okay.
He didn't
This
say.
is perfect
Well, we
here.
should have used Burrow for a placement and
Agreed.
touch.
I didn't know
All right,
that.
we can use
OD,
for IQ.
That's on me.
We
That's
can use
on
for
me.
IQ. He's smart.
He is smart.
IQ's fine.
Yeah, facts.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
I mean, we couldn't get Herbert. I thought we
I
couldn't
thought
get
he
Burrow.
took all the top
No, I
guys
forgot.
out.
I forgot,
I
too.
just thought he took all the top
Who'd you
guys
take out? You said no
Mahomes,
Mahomes.
Allen, Lamar, Herbert. I left Burrow in.
You said 5.
He
I
left
thought
the
it was
physical
fun.
freaks out.
No,
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
You said you left the top 5.
Doesn't matter. We'll take.
I listed
we'll
those
take
4
Burrow.
quarterbacks,
Yeah,
brother, I'll
OD.
be honest.
We'll take Burrow
This guy,
IQ.
man.
That's fine. I
Burrow
apologize.
IQ.
That's on-
Toughness.
Damn, that could have been Burrow.
Fields. Can we get him on the list?
No,
He's begging.
no.
Baker
Baker.
Mayfield.
Baker's a good
Yes.
one. Baker's a
Baker.
good one.
Yeah,
Yes.
Baker.
Some Baker love. I love
All
it.
right. Competitiveness.
Fields.
No, shut up.
I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts.
No.
Yes.
That's a good one.
We don't
He
have time
called.
for that shit at the end,
Should
bro.
I add aura to this?
If you add or Fields. Now we have to come back to it.
He has
CJ
zero
Stroud.
aura. Yeah, oh,
Shit.
He's right.
Oh, we
He's right.
forgot
Competitiveness.
CJ.
No, we're still fine. We're still fine. I think competitiveness. We go with Jalen Hurts.
Okay, fine.
Jalen
You saying
Hurts.
Fields has no aura as cat?
He has no aura. Bro.
All right. Clutch.
CJ Stroud.
Calm down. He is pretty
Fuck, you gonna
clutch.
say Jared Goff?
No, although he was pretty. Kirk Cousins.
We already used him, did we not?
No, we didn't.
We didn't use Aaron Rodgers.
Did not use Aaron Rodgers.
He's clutch.
Brother's old. We need some aura in here, man. Come on.
Daniel Jones?
Well, Geno Smith had the most game-winning drives last year in the NFL.
So Geno Smith.
I'm cool with Geno. Give him some love.
Geno. All right, last one.
CJ Stroud.
Aura.
CJ Stroud.
Lock it.
Over Jalen Hurts?
Jalen will be used for competitiveness.
Oh, valid.
And yes, he has more aura.
CJ's
than Jalen
aura
Hurts.
is absolutely outstanding.
If we use specific
One-on-one, and that's the
quarterback
God's honest
seasons
truth.
for clutch, I would have mentioned 2019 Tannehill.
Okay.
You remember his game-winning drive against the Chiefs? Magical.
So what do you think this quarterback's overall would be if this is the guy we got? Size of Trevor Lawrence, arm strength of Matt Stafford, accuracy/touch of Tua, mobility of K1, IQ of Burrow, toughness of Baker, competitiveness is Jalen Hurts, clutch is Geno, or CJ
93.
Stroud.
That shit is high.
I think he's a 93.
93. I was thinking like 94, 93
I
is
think
cool.
he's definitely hitting the 90. Because Madden, they be fucking guys with the ratings.
But Matthew Stafford fucking arm talent
what
with
gets us
Tua
to the
placement.
93.
I mean, that's kind of already
That's
Matthew
low-key
Stafford.
96.
So, yeah, low-key.
Madden fucks you with
And you got
ratings, man.
Kyler's mobility.
Kyler's mobility
Yeah,
too. We
that's-
kind of got
Kyler's
the
like
best player
he's
ever.
like an 82 in Madden. He might be lower. He might be
It's
like a
because of the
78.
injury. That's such casual shit too. They
Josh
should know
Allen's
that.
a 93. He's on the cover.
All right, I'll do my. I'll stay around for this last part. My this week in the NBA, because you guys botched Defensive Player of the Year last time that I was here. I figure we go a little bit more generic with the award. Can you tell me the last reigning MVPs in successive seasons? So 2024, 23, 22. We're going to go in that order like we did DPOY. It's MVP. Should be easier. We'll start with you, Mr. Dehls. The 2024 MVP for the NBA.
For the NBA. Nikola Jokic.
Great job.
Joel Embiid.
Correct.
The Joker.
It is the Joker.
The Joker.
It is the Joker.
This is where it gets tough.
This is my Rudy moment, man. Joker.
2021.
I'm just thinking out loud. Jokic 2024, 2023 is Embiid, 2022 was Jokic, 2021 was Jokic.
Yes.
The 2020 MVP is Giannis.
It is Giannis.
Giannis.
It is Giannis.
Jokic.
What?
Strike one, buddy.
He doesn't have
He doesn't
James
have four.
Harden.
He doesn't have
It
four.
is James Harden.
What year is this? I'm sorry.
We're at
2017.
2016-2017 season.
Steph won it before that.
Thank you. I knew that.
Everybody knows that. That's not rocket science. Who the fuck won?
2016-2017.
Yeah, no. I was just making sure.
No
I get
guesses.
making sure I get my what's the name? So Harden won. Harden didn't go back to back.
Thinking about it too hard.
James Harden.
You're up. It's strike. Sorry, back to you.
Am I doing the same year or?
Yes, same year.
I'm blanking on the year.
What years is
I'm
it?
glad
This
you
is
well knows it.
2016-2017. You're getting two strikes, so lock in. I'll give you three. I'll give you three.
Respect.
I'll give you three.
Russ?
It is Russ.
Oh,
Steph
Triple
Curry.
double.
It is
here.
Steph Curry.
Steph motherfucking Curry.
It is Steph Curry.
So
2013-2014.
Oh, this is easy.
KD.
It is KD.
Here we go.
This is LeBron.
It is LeBron.
LeBron.
It is LeBron.
And what year are we on now?
This is 2010-2011.
D-Rose.
It is D-Rose.
This is LeBron.
It is LeBron.
What's his year?
This is 2008 to 2009.
Kobe.
That's strike two, brother.
Damn.
What the fuck?
So you guys just said 2009, 2010, LeBron James. It's 2008, 2009.
Oh shit! I thought it was Kobe. What the fuck? Oh,
You folded.
I did. Yeah.
LeBron?
It is LeBron.
It's Kobe.
It is Kobe.
I get all the hard years, man.
07, 06, 07.
Dirk.
It is Dirk. 05, 06. You're in trouble. But I believe you can get this. You can get this.
I know this is the year Wade won the title,
It is.
but I don't think he won MVP.
I will not confirm or deny.
You're an idiot if you don't know that. I just want to say that.
Correct.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. It's not D Wade. I was just testing y'all anyway. 05, 06.
Oh shit!
Yes. Lock in.
Okay.
Come on, lock in. Lock in.
Oh, it's on me?
Yes.
Oh, shit. It's on me. Oh, shit.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Just say a
1.
name, man.
Answer.
Kobe. I don't know.
Okay, strike two.
It's Steve Nash.
It is Steve Nash.
Kevin Garnett.
That is strike three, brother. You're
I'll be here
done.
early.
All right, 0405. Steve Nash just won in 0506.
Steve Nash?
It is Steve Nash. 0304.
It's KG.
It is KG. Joel, 0203.
Oh, now you're fucked, buddy. Actually, you're not.
You have
Shaq?
no. You have no strikes.
I know.
You have no strikes. Yeah,
No, I have
Shaq's
none.
incorrect. You did lose, unfortunately. Can you go on a run here? Who won in 0203?
Tim Duncan.
Who won in 0102?
Shaq.
That's strike one. 0102.
0102.
Don't think too hard.
I want to see how far you can go on 3 strikes. Come on, lock in. 0203 was just Duncan. Who won in 0102?
I feel like you don't name the guy you're thinking you're gonna name because you're probably a year ahead.
Correct.
Shit.
Come on.
Let me think about it.
You don't have.
Don't
much time.
think.
I mean, was it Tim Duncan?
It is Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Now go.
All right, 2001.
So 2000, 2001?
Correct.
Is Allen
It
Iverson.
is Allen Iverson. 99 to 2000.
Shaq.
It is. 98 to 99. Lock in. You got this.
Brother.
You got this.
Michael Jordan.
No. Strike 2. That's on him. And you got to stop, man.
I've already
stop.
beat the case with you. So stop.
That being said, 98, 99.
It was Shaq.
I'm sorry, bro.
The
That's
Karl
strike-
Malone.
All right, fuck it. I'll give it to you because I'm lenient. 97, 98.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Now-
Charles Barkley.
What the fuck are you doing? MJ, bro.
MJ. But
Barkley
that
was the
good
year
job.
before?
Barkley,
Barkley was
Barkley won
93.
in 93.
Oh, yeah.
But great job. Joel does win. The last guy he got to, he was able. We were able to get to 98. 99 correctly, but
Listen, that's the year I was born, so anything before that, I really don't know.
that's fair.
Riv didn't want to do his trivia while Drew was here on This Week in the NBA because it's kind of long. So I'm curious to see what this trivia is.
So, this is basically, can you guys, and I'm going to give you guys 4 strikes because Drew isn't here. So you get 4, which is pretty dope. It's really a one-on-one right here. So lock in, fellas. Can you guys name me the 25 running backs who have the most rushing yards in NFL history? So top 25 rushers with the most rushing yards. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? Minority starts first.
Frank Gore.
Frank
Gore's
Gore.
a great pull. That's a great pull.
Sitting pretty at number 3.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown is sitting pretty at number 11.
Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders is 4.
Tim Brown.
What?
Oh,
Who'd you say?
wait, sorry. What is this? Tim Brown?
No, this is rushing yards.
Oh,
bro.
rushing
I'll give
yards.
you another chance.
My
Please
bad.
listen.
I said Jim Brown.
You said no. You got
I
Jim
said
Brown
Jim Brown,
right.
I said Tim
Yeah,
Brown.
I don't know why.
He said
Emmett
Tim
Smith.
Brown. I think, yeah.
Emmett.
Yes, Emmett's sitting at 1.
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian is sitting at 5. Shout out to AP.
Shout out to AP is right. Let me think here.
It's a lot of easy ones, you guys. You're just missing off the board, buddy.
Let's get.
Supposed to be a football savant.
Hold on. I'm. There's so many names in my head. I got to clear them out and just focus on one.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Take all the time in the world. Bro.
That's what I'm saying. Curtis Martin.
There we go. Sitting at 6.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Number 7. Back to him.
Marshall Falk.
Marshall Falk is 12.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is at number. He is not up here.
Ooh.
That's crazy. I thought that was a gimme.
He's not 36.
Wow.
Strike 1, buddy.
I don't know if he's top 25. I feel like there's some easy names that I'm just not thinking
there
of.
is. It's hilarious that you just.
Sometimes there's so many names in my head, man, and just one by one got to pluck them out. Do we get Eric Dickerson?
Yes, he is sitting pretty at number 9.
That's a great pool. I'm going to go with CJ2K.
CJ is not
Yeah, I was
in
gonna
it.
say
He is
that's tough.
sitting right at 35
Do we
in
get-
front of Derrick Henry. You're thinking too modern.
Eddie
there.
George.
Who?
Eddie George.
Eddie George is a crazy name. He's not up here.
Damn.
He's at 28 though. So
Damn,
he's there.
damn.
It's OJ Simpson.
Here we go.
Great pull.
21. I can't believe he played football and did that, but here we go.
All right, let me think.
There is one. No, the fact that he's up here is tough. Wow.
I don't know if he played long enough. There's so many
So I'll
running
give you
backs
a
I just
hint.
don't know.
There's one more guy who played in our era. 2 more guys, I should say. One more, a little bit more closer to us. Because you got AP out the way. So
Yeah.
2 more left. And you got LT Frank Gore. So he has 2 more left.
I was thinking of one name, but nah, I don't think so.
3, actually.
Do
Damn.
we get? I don't even know if we don't even get him. Sorry. All right, I got 10 seconds. Let's think.
7.
Whoa.
6.
First
He
of all,
hates that.
start
He
at
hates
10.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first
he-
of all, we got to start at 10. Jerome Bettis.
Jerome Bettis is sitting pretty at 8. It's like you know the answer. You take 40 minutes to figure it
Because
out.
I go through team by team in my head, and then the Steelers just popped up.
Fred Taylor.
Fred Taylor is at number 17. Here we go. Another 30 minutes.
I got to lock in sometimes, man.
10-second shot clock.
Oh, good. Please, God. Because this guy. You get 30 seconds, bro.
Just got one.
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen's at 14. What do you mean you just got one?
I just got a good one.
Oh, okay.
Just got a good one. And I forgot it. No, wait, hold up. I do have this one. It's on the tip of my tongue. I could taste it.
A few guys here, I don't know who they are. No clue.
Sean Alexander.
I was thinking that.
He's not up there.
That's his third strike, right?
Yeah, but I said 4.
Ah, fuck.
Sean Alexander's at 37.
37, damn.
You get all the 35, 36,
I know,
37
right?
guys. Yeah, if this was top 40, you'd kill him. Like, you'd destroy him.
Brian Westbrook.
No.
Damn.
But you're cooking. But no, he's not
Damn.
up here. If I say you're cooking, what does that mean? Go ahead, Jewel.
What did you say?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Damn, Brian Westbrook is
Ah, there it is.
not even there. Oh, shit. I don't see him. He's not top 25.
LaShawn McCoy.
Here we go.
Fuck.
He's sitting pretty at. I'm surprised he's up here. He's at 22.
Damn, that's a great pull.
11,000. Shout out to Shady, man. Yeah, I do not see Brian Westbrook. He's definitely not top 25.
Do we get to know the cutoff?
Oh, the
Or
cutoff yards?
Yeah, it's like curiosity.
10,600 is the cutoff.
Oh,
Wow.
Zeke's not up here. He's at 40.
I was thinking Zeke too,
He's at
actually.
8,000. Michael Turner's at 7,000.
There's one name I have in my head,
Where the
but
fuck
I'll
is
wait till the shot clock goes down until I
Maurice
do
Jones
that.
Drew is at 8,000. You know, where the fuck is Brian Westbrook? Oh, he's at 84.
Oh,
Jeez,
shit.
Jesus Christ, Dehls. He only had 6,000 yards.
Well, honestly, the reason, because you told me at BDG he was the answer. That was the reason why he was in my head.
Yeah, that was scrimmage, so that's just rushing and receiving.
Yeah. I got two names in my head. Do we get Tiki Barber?
27.
Oh,
Damn.
Was that your second strike?
yes.
20 seconds. 27th.
Trying to think about just a player who played a really long time.
Yeah, just think about longevity, man. Because a lot of this is really 10 seasons, 11 seasons, 12.
So thinking about a player who played a really,
Like
really
Westbrook
long
only played 8
time.
years.
True.
Thinking about recent, like post 2010s, I'm trying to think of.
I told you there's nothing after 2010.
It's nothing after 2010, so it's 2000.
Shady was the only one, last one. Him, Shady, Frank, AP, and LT. So we got all. Oh wait,
Ricky Williams.
Here we go. He is not up. Oh wait, no, Ricky. He's not.
Come on, bro.
He's not, Ricky Williams at 31.
Boom.
Dude,
Fourth
what?
strike.
That's his third, right?
Those is fourth.
That's
Oh,
my
that's your
fourth,
fourth.
yeah.
Get out of here, buddy.
You're a
Stop.
good man.
Here we go, Dehls.
All right.
You got 2
Let me-
strikes. You got
let
2
me-
left.
Ahmad Green.
Who?
Ahmad Green.
What? Ahmad Green? Okay.
Right, the Packers running back?
Is that his name? I don't see a Green in the top 25.
I'm almost positive. Am I tripping?
Well, it's wrong regardless.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but now I'm thinking, like, is that not his fucking
I
name?
don't see a Green.
No,
in
it
this-
is Ahmad Green. Okay.
Okay, I don't see a Green in this top 25. You have one more strike. You are so far away from getting all of these. It's a lot of guys. You're missing 25, 24, 23, 20, 19,
Do we get
18,
Okay, well, now I got one name. Let me
16,
think of
15, damn, 13. Yeah. It's one guy. So it's 2 guys left in the between 2000 and 2010 era.
Edgerrin
3
James.
guys. Who?
Edgerrin James.
Yes, he is
Let's
at
go.
13. You have 2 left.
It's a good pull.
Yeah, 2 left in the 2000, 2012-ish era.
2000, 2012. So Breeze is dominating. You got Big Ben.
Why are you thinking of quarterbacks?
I'm just thinking of offenses, like who they would have played with type shit.
Ah, okay.
Said 2000, 2012. I really don't have. Do you have any?
I don't have any.
All right, give AFC or NFC.
NFC.
It wasn't a migraine for the Packers. It wasn't Brian Westbrook for the Eagles. Giants wasn't Tiki.
I'll give you a hint. West Coast.
West Coast. All right. Niners had a run. We said Frank Gore. Chargers said LT. Seattle, Marshawn Lynch.
He is at 29.
Damn. All right. So it wasn't him or Sean. We got
So
Sean
one more
Alexander.
straight, right?
Huh?
Are you cooked?
I think I am.
Oh, yeah, you're cooked. So I'll name the rest.
I was trying to. I thought we said one more
Oh, do you think? Guess it.
because you said West Coast.
West Coast.
Arizona wouldn't be like David Johnson. Raiders, Darren McFadden.
Jesus Christ.
No.
This guy. Keep going with the teams.
I know. I'm thinking.
The Rams.
The Rams.
Who played with the Rams?
Todd Gurley. 2012. I'm tripping.
Do you know?
Marshall Falk.
We said Falk.
Fucking God. We said Falk.
Eric Dickerson. He
We said Eric
Dickerson.
Dickerson. He's
too.
fucking not 2000s.
Oh my goodness, Steven Jackson.
Oh
guys,
shit!
what do we do?
Shit.
So the rat
Oh,
off
he
the
played in
list.
St. Louis though.
Yeah. So that was a hit off. But the rat off the list at 25 was Jamal Lewis. 24 was Ricky Waters. 23 was Warwick Dunn. 20 was Corey Dillon. 19 was John Riggins.
John Riggins, what I got.
16 was Thurman Thomas.
Okay, there's some old heads.
15 was Franco Harris. And then, that was the rest of the guys we had left.
Now on the last topic of the show, we're not going to do the sleeper team. We're going to wait till next episode. Brandon Aiyuk requested a trade. We've known that this has been brewing for a while. The Niners and Aiyuk have been at a stagnate. Aiyuk wants money. The 49ers are not willing to meet the asking price, and things have boiled up to the point that he is now requesting a trade. What do you think about this, and what would be your team that you would want to see Aiyuk go to?
There's a lot of teams I think that could use him. The rumor is Washington. He's putting up TikToks and everything of him watching Commanders film is pretty hilarious, not going to lie. But a team I would like to see him go to, realistically, because we talked about the Ravens on the whistle video, but I don't know how realistic that is. I would like to see potentially, I was going to say Indy, but you just drafted A.D. Mitchell, so maybe that's not a great spot. Commanders would be really cool. I know that Drew wants to shout the Denver Broncos for whatever reason. He thinks Denver Broncos could get there. But I really do think if Baltimore wants to be serious about winning a championship, I think this is the type of move that gets them there. Now, would San Francisco look at Baltimore as a potential Super Bowl matchup and say, I think I'm straight there? I think Dallas is a similar position, especially being in the NFC. Any team really that is in that world where they can match up with San Francisco in the Super Bowl, that'll probably be a tiebreaker. If you have an offer from Washington or another team that you're expecting to be middle of the pack, the Colts, for example, that is another team, Patriots, Steelers that have been in these talks. But a team that he could go to and actually make a difference that I would like to see would be Baltimore. So you have a real passing offense, because right now, Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews, they're solid contributors. But when you compare them to the landscape of the NFL, when you're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals, the Houston Texans, the San Francisco 49ers, these teams that have like 3 to 4 to 5 options offensively, they just don't stack up. I mean, Zay Flowers is like the 4th receiver on some of those teams. So if Baltimore would be aggressive enough, which they haven't in the past, that's a team that could go out there and really make a move, because I felt like last year in the championship game, they were right there with Kansas City. Defensively, they were locking up for a good portion of that game, to the point where they were so bad for 3 quarters that in the 4th quarter, they still had a chance to win it. But offensively, they could not get it going. Of course, Zay Flowers fumbles at the goal line. Great play by the defense. But if they can make a move where they could win consistently on the outside, Brandon Aiyuk is the perfect dude to do that.
I'm between 2 teams. I think Brandon Aiyuk is either going to get traded. If he does get traded, it's going to be to the Steelers, because they need to fill out their wide receiver room after losing Deontay Johnson. George Pickens is a great player, but outside of that, they don't have anybody. But I don't want to see him in Pittsburgh, because I know what Arthur Smith's offense is. I know what Russell Wilson is. I don't want to see Aiyuk in that offense. It's not going to maximize his skill set. The other team, I feel like they will maximize him, is the LA Chargers. He's a great run blocker, so he fits in with their run-first scheme, and they need a true number 1 wide receiver after cutting Keenan Allen and cutting Mike Williams. They only have Vlad McConkey, Josh Palmer, and Quentin Johnson and DJ Chark, and Quentin Johnson is basically out of the rotation because he's just not a good player. If they get Brandon Aiyuk, I think it makes them a playoff team in the AFC. And I think Aiyuk can have his best statistical season. Granted that there isn't a lot of options to go around. I think the Chargers need a reliable guy who they can count on. And Jim Harbaugh, we know he has never had a losing season in the NFL. He's a winner. And I think in order for him to win, he needs a guy like Aiyuk. With that being said, I don't think Aiyuk is getting traded.
What percent chance do you put?
Yeah. I think
I think it's low too. I think it's like 30%.
They said they're not trading him.
Yeah, the percentage chance I think it is like 15%. Aiyuk and Purdy have the best connection on the team. Aiyuk runs the toughest routes. He has the toughest assignments. If they don't have him in the offense, in the regular season, I think they'll be fine. They can be able to do their gadgety stuff, their misdirection, and still have a successful offense. But in those tough matchups when you have great corners that are playing you man-to-man, Aiyuk is desperately needed because we've seen Debo. He's just not the type of receiver. So I think they shouldn't trade Aiyuk, but if they do, Chargers Steelers are my pick, and I think that's one of the teams he would go to, one of those two.
I like Baltimore. I do think, Lamar needs another guy. I was feeling the Chargers. That was definitely one of the teams I was thinking about. I don't know the trades, the capital situation for these two teams that I really think need him. Also, before I wanted to say, of course, I would say Buffalo. Him in Buffalo, Josh Allen, fucking movie. But the two teams I think really do need him, and I think he would, help them the most, is I think Carolina is one of them. I think with Bryce Young out there, he doesn't really have a number one guy. And I think we've seen over the past, like in our era, you pair a guy who's on the rise with a star wide receiver, and they just blossom. We saw it with Diggs and Josh Allen. And I think with Jettas and Kirk Cousins, they had their connection. Like, you just pair that guy with another guy. Even DJ Moore, he got to Chicago. You start force feeding him. He had his best year. So I think Carolina's a team that should be thinking about this, because Brandon Aiyuk, and I don't think he is traded either, but he can hit the market, can go to free agency, can continuously axe out. Another team I would say is also the Giants. I think that's another team who, they just drafted Malik Neighbors. I think Malik Neighbors has all the talent in the world, but I also still think you need another guy. I think Hyatt and Wandell are cool third guys, but I think you still need a 1A, 1B type of player, and I think Malik Neighbors will be a number one soon. But why not have another one? In Philly, you see they had Devonta Smith. They went out and got A.J. Brown. Now you have number one, number two, but Smith can be a one at times or during the game sometimes. Like, he can have his breakout moments. And then you see with Miami, they have a one, they have a two, but at times Waddle can be a one. He can break out, do his thing. So it's always nice to have that second guy, and I think when they drafted Malik Neighbors, you kind of solidified one spot. Why not go make a move for whoever quarterback you intend to bring in, and have your two wide receivers there. So
Sorry, what was that?
So I was just saying, I think the Giants and the Panthers are teams that need it the most. I think Baltimore doesn't necessarily need it. I think the Chargers also are one of the three teams that need it.
It'd be icing for them. For those other teams, he'd be the cake.
And the Chargers for sure, because I think in the AFC, like, Herbert needs help, and you didn't already let everybody go with respect. You had to, but you need another guy to pair. Like, he's not Mahomes. Not everybody's Mahomes. So you need another guy to kind of pair with Herbert to kind of make shit go.
If we're going the young route, the rookie quarterback or rookie deal, I think New England's a good spot too. I think Drake May, New England overall, the talent isn't there this year, so I get why people are sleeping on them. And realistically, even a ceiling for this team is probably like 5 or 6 wins. But Brandon Aiyuk going there, you have Demario Douglas, who I think showed some flashes second half of last season. You drafted Jalen Polk in the second round. You drafted Baker on day 3, I believe, in the 4th round. They have some weapons there. They're all super young, though. So to pair Drake May with just all young receivers, you do have like Kendrick Bourne and Devontae Parker still there, I believe. But guys that I'm actually excited to get on the field, especially Bourne coming off the ACL. If you could pair Aiyuk with these young receivers, I feel a lot more comfortable with Drake May's development then, because those guys have potential, especially a guy like Demario Douglas. He's still smaller. He's a slot guy. He's not someone that I don't know is going to grow into the wide receiver one in this team. Jalen Polk, all of these guys, we just don't really know enough yet. But if you get Aiyuk, that's when you could see the growth of Drake May, because I don't want to go into next season and then this is really for any rookie quarterback, but to have the question is this quarterback not performing, or is the system around him just not enough?
What about Washington?
Washington, yeah. I mean, Washington's like the hot name, so I think that's fair too. But even so, they have Terry McLaurin there.
That'd be crazy.
Jahan Dotson maybe could bounce back. But I just don't like going into my second year of having a rookie quarterback, second, third year, whatever, and worry, is he not good enough, or does he just not have the offensive line, the weapons, the coaching staff? I want to know for sure he's that guy. And putting Drake May in a situation where it's basically figure it out with all rookie wide receivers, first time play callers and all of this stuff coming over, it's a bit tricky.
I feel like with the Panthers, that'd be awesome. Deontay Johnson and Aiyuk, those are two of the best route runners on the same team. I think it's a little bit unrealistic just because they just traded for Deontay Johnson.
And they drafted Xavier Leggett.
They didn't send a lot for him, though.
It was only like
no, they didn't.
It was like a fifth round pick or something.
And I feel the same way with the Commanders just because they pay McLaurin a lot of money. I don't know if they're going to pay another high-priced wide receiver a lot of money. The thing is, the Chargers, to me, have the easiest path to trade for Brandon Aiyuk because they have two edge rushers making a lot of money, Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. Bosa, we know, has his injury concerns. He's very injury prone. He's not the most durable. You look at the Niners, their biggest need is an edge rusher opposite of Nick Bosa.
That'd be fine.
That would be really cool. If they pair the Bosa brothers, you trade Aiyuk, the Chargers now trade Joey Bosa so that contract is off their books. They can pay Aiyuk.
That's basically saying the Niners, we would rather have Joey Bosa in his contract than Brandon Aiyuk and giving you a deal. Although Aiyuk would probably be more expensive in the long run for sure. But if you're just looking in this 1 or 2 year window, yeah. But if you're giving up Joey Bosa, I mean, if you trade Aiyuk straight up, you're getting a first and second round pick probably. Yeah. That's the type of package I would expect back.
Yeah, the thing is, it's really on them if they want to just lean in more into the defense or if they want to lean in more to the offense. Joey Bosa after this year doesn't have guaranteed money left, so they can cut him. But I think best case scenario for the Niners is just to re-sign Aiyuk.
Figure it out.
Because he is the most valuable amongst him, Debo, and Kittle. He's the guy they got to keep long term. So in honor of this topic, because I was fantasizing about Brandon Aiyuk going to the Chargers.
Saying that out loud was nuts.
Because that would be heaven on earth. I did the top 10 quarterback wide receiver tandems going into next season.
Okay.
Number 1 is Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I think that's the best quarterback wide receiver tandem. With this list, I kind of use numbers a little bit, but for the most part, it's just talent at the quarterback position and talent at the receiver position. Number 2 is Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. And I had a tough time with 2 and 3 because number 3 is Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua. And I think you can argue Stafford and Puka over Dak and CeeDee.
That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for.
At 4, I have Tua and Tyreek Hill.
AJ is so much better than Puka. What are we doing?
Where's Jalen Hurts and AJ?
But Stafford's better than Tua. And Puka just had a historic season.
Hurts is better than Tua.
I know, but Tyreek is better than AJ Brown. So that's why number 4, I had Tua and Tyreek. Number 5, I have Hurts and AJ. Number 6, I have Purdy and Aiyuk. Number 7, I have Goff and Amon-Ra. Number 8, I have CJ and Nico. And 9 and 10 are reserved for the quarterbacks coming off injuries. Rodgers and Garrett, and then Kirk and London.
I think Goff and Amon-Ra, I think they could be a little bit higher. I could see that argument being had.
You think they're over Stafford and Puka?
Probably not. Who's the one right above them, though?
You said Goff and Amon-Ra?
Correct.
Purdy and Aiyuk.
Yes, I think that could be a real conversation. Because I think Aiyuk is probably the better receiver overall. But what Amon-Ra does from the slot, regardless or not, the production he's able to put up, and it's obvious that you could run an offense around him and be a highly efficient offense. And Jared Goff and Purdy, I think
Hurts and AJ are above Stafford and Puka.
I would probably have them above 2. I would have Stafford above Hurts going into next year.
I do, but it's not by many spots.
No, but
I think the gap between AJ and Puka at the moment is
I would have AJ like 5 and Puka's probably like 9 maybe.
Yeah.
So you would have Hurts and AJ top 3, or would you have Tua and Tyreek over Hurts and AJ?
I'd have Hurts and AJ.
I think I'll have Hurts and AJ. I think that's a conversation though, because Reek is so fucking good. But I think Hurts is very comfortably better than Tua. I think that's where we're talking about all-star level quarterbacks.
But if you're just talking about duos, Tua, that offense just hyper fixated around Tyreek Hill.
For sure. They dropped the ball though. They're not good.
With Puka and Tyreek, it's just their numbers are better than AJ. But from a talent perspective, AJ, well, he's better than Puka, but he's not better than AJ. Tyreek Hill.
You had Drake and Kirk where?
Drake and Kirk are 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I have CJ and Nico over them, and
I would have K1
Rodgers
and Marvin Harrison over them.
Oh yeah.
How about Baker and Mike Evans?
That's a conversation too.
I think they're top 15.
I think Mike is better than Drake. He's better than
That's
Drake.
fair.
And
but you think that next season?
And what about Geno and DK?
That's a great tandem
over
too.
Kirk
Top
and
15, sure.
Drake.
Yeah. I think I had a tough time with the 10th spot because I love Kirk Cousins and I think Drake London will break out. Rodgers and Garrett Wilson is stamped though.
They're top 10.
If they're healthy, they could
as long
be
as Aaron Rodgers is the same, they're top 10.
they could be a top 5 tandem.
Ooh.
They're that talented.
Now, if we get a healthy Rodgers season, Garrett can be top 5 in receiving yards.
Probably.
Like,
I don't know though.
Like,
who's the top
no
five we
funny
said?
shit. He could be top 3.
The top 5 we said was Burrow, Chase, Dak, CD,
No, I'm
Stafford,
talking about the
Puka.
receivers with Chase,
Chase, CD,
CD.
Puka, Tyreek, AJ Brown.
I'll probably take Puka's spot.
Yeah. Garrett Wilson, I think, is better than Puka right now.
Okay.
I do too.
Okay.
I think he
No,
just
just-
don't have the opportunity.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me?
No, I'm just saying. I feel like, would you be shocked if Garrett was top 3 in receiving yards next year?
No,
Okay.
no, no.
Would
I
you
like-
be
I think
surprised
it's
if he was
out there.
number 1?
Yes.
I would not.
It would be a lot to get to, but it's possible. Like, we see Rodgers, he fixates on his number 1, whether it was Shorty, Tay, Greg Jennings, like whoever the number 1 is for Rodgers, you are gonna get 150.
But I think you guys
plus
are gonna run the
targets.
ball a lot too.
We will, but we're gonna have to pass.
Yeah.
And like,
I don't know.
there's
Like
really
I'm looking
nothing
at
else there.
like if Jettis is healthy, he'll be up there, and he's gonna get force fed. If CD's healthy, CD is gonna get force fed. So like
Where'd
one,
you have Dak and CD?
I had the number 2.
You had number
Yeah.
2.
that's respect. So like I don't know one. I don't know top 5. Yeah, one is just I don't know.
So CD is the top 2 receiver in the league too.
Top 5. Top
four.
5.
Top
Well,
four.
I think who's
3.
better than him? Jettas, Tyreek.
Stop there. Stop there.
He has an argument.
I
for the
don't
Kirk
disagree.
spot.
Everything else
He
is
does.
debatable after that.
No, he does. No, CD's that good.
He's 3 to 5.
Is there any way Jordan Love and
Dontavian Wicks
or Reed or one of these dudes,
No, I think just because of the receiver spot, they don't have that guy unless one of them breaks out.
Lamar and Zay Flowers? Zay has to take a big step.
Lamar is carrying a lot
Exactly.
because Baker and Evans,
If
Geno, DK.
hypothetical, if Devontae Adams gets traded to the Chargers, where would you rank Herbert and Tay?
oh,
That's high.
they're probably
Yeah, where would
they're
you put 'em?
probably 6.
6.
They're over Purdy and Aiyuk. They're over Goff and Amon Ra. They're over CJ and Nico.
Would you put him over Stafford and Puka?
Yeah, I would put them over.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
probably would.
Because Tay and Herbert is some shit.
No, that would be a top 5.
I mean, the Raiders aren't
wide
trading
receiver.
So wait,
the
where is
Chargers,
CJ
though.
Stroud and Diggs?
Nico.
I
He
put
had
Nico
him 8.
Collins. I put him 8.
I think Nico's the one.
Okay.
I think Nico's the
I
one
think
for
you
sure.
gotta give Diggs a little respect. You know, that's all.
Listen,
do you think has more yards
we're
next
ball
year?
knowers over
Who
here.
knows?
I think I'm like very confident Nico leads the team in yards.
I think Nico leads the team in receptions.
Receptions, really?
Yes.
I think that could be Diggs.
Yeah, I actually think that could be Diggs.
I
too.
think Diggs is gonna have a bounce back year.
I think Diggs is the reception machine, and Nico and Tank are the deep targets
Yeah.
in that offense.
I was looking up some stats for Diggs' deep his catch rating, his contested catch rating. It was pretty fucking high this year.
Stephon Diggs?
Yeah.
Contested
oh, wow.
catch.
Yeah, it was better than last year.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like they both can like take places, so it's like they can switch. I don't
You
know.
know, Stephon Diggs, just from a name value perspective, people still hold them in high regards, and he's still a great receiver.
Yeah,
but
what are you saying?
off of last year, I mean, Nico was so much better than
I
him.
think
I
Nico's,
think after the first 9 weeks, you can say that. I think the first 8 or 9 weeks, though, Diggs was one of the
to
4
start off
best
the year,
receivers.
to start off the year,
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs was probably leading the league or close to leading the league in receiving yards.
He wasn't. It was Jettis.
Oh,
I
top
always
5.
know.
He was top 5.
Oh, yeah. I
Because he
always
was
know.
having 100-yard games.
No, he was back to back, just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Like he's the first 9 weeks, Diggs was still one of them ones, and then after that, life.
Joe
just,
Brady came in and he said, we're not going to throw the ball to him.
He
So I
started
respect
dropping
that.
the ball and shit. He started acting crazy. The playoff game was his time to get the glory back against the Chiefs. He had multiple opportunities.
Nico and CJ Stroud can jump up into the top 4 next year pretty easily to me.
You think that he's going to have the volume for that?
You think
Nico?
they can go over? Like who would they
Yes.
take their spot? Like you think they can go over Dak and CD?
That's the top 4. There are 2 right now. It would be really hard to go over him.
Who's because all right? So let
I
me
think they could be over Hurts and AJ.
Hurts loves AJ.
It would be tough because, I mean, right now, CJ Stroud and Jalen Hurts, I think that's, to me, they're going to be back-to-back probably. I would still have AJ over Nico Collins for sure. But I think Nico Collins, last year, he was one of the best receivers in football last year. Like, there's just no way to
I think
put it.
if the offense didn't get changed, AJ Brown would have had a lot more yards because he just stopped getting the ball
sure.
at
He
one
did.
point. Yeah, so he would have had a lot more yards than when he
How
had.
many games did he have where he just had
I
100
think it
yards
was like 5
receiving?
or 6 in a row.
It was like 125 plus.
Yeah, it
he
was
went like
ins-
5.
He was like going
facts.
crazy.
Yeah, he was on an insane streak. I think that broke
That'd be
against the
okay.
Bills.
All right, maybe top 4 is neck. They could jump Purdy and Aiyuk, though. They could jump Goff and Amon-Ra.
And I'm looking at the first 9 games last year. Nico was at 696 yards, 4 touchdowns. Diggs was at 834, 7 touchdowns.
Nico had 1,400 last year, right?
Yeah, these are just the
Wait, what
first
was
9
it? Sorry,
games.
say it again.
Nico was 696 yards and 4 touchdowns first 9 games. Diggs was at 834 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, I
in
remember his first
9.
9 was crazy, and then life just died after that. Joe Brady stuff.
And AJ Brown was the streak got broken against Dallas actually.
We lost bad to Dallas, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nico went
It
on a
was
stretch.
20. Well, it was 28-23. It was a close game.
Nico did have in the last, after week 10, I think he was out for injury. He had 65 yards, 104, 191. Next 2 weeks, he was banged up, and he finished the season with 80 yards and 195.
It was
and
the 190s. The 190s
96
add
yards
up.
against Cleveland and 70
That's
against
380 in
Baltimore.
2 games.
Yeah, he was going crazy at the end. You just got to stay healthy.
It's crazy that AJ Brown in the 6-game heater he had from week 3 to week 8, he had 831 yards and 5 touchdowns in 6 games.
I was in my glory, and it fell off so quick, bro.
It really did.
He went from the best receiver in football to you couldn't even start him in fantasy.
And that's going to do it for this episode of the Pick a Side Podcast, episode 394. You guys can follow us on Twitter at Pick a Side Pod, on TikTok and Instagram at Pick a Side Podcast. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.